Timmy Weiss. I'm Andrew Hillsman. Farrell will start over on your side. Last night, the Commodores dropped their third straight game against the Harwich Mariners, a team that's given them trouble all year, but the Bats just did not get it going last night.
Yeah, Bats couldn't get it going at all. You had over 10 runners left on base in that 5-2 defeat. You had a nice 2-run bottom of the fourth inning, but really, if you're looking at any strength of the Commodores last night, it was the pitching staff, especially in relief. Colby Putnam, Ben Reimers, and J.R. Struck making his Commodores debut, all combined for practically scoreless baseball across 3+ innings of action. So the Commodores look to keep that strength going today, but they're going to have to get it cooking with the Bats a lot more.
Timmy, the pitching staff has been better over the second half of the season, but there's been some trends on the hitting side that Jack Dunn might want to turn around.
Yeah, and the main thing that you talk about trends is when the Commodores don't score 4 runs or more, they lose games. They are currently 0-14 and one tie when they score less than 4 runs this season. And recently, in the games that they haven't been winning, they haven't won since Saturday against Bourne, they haven't been scoring more than 4 runs. Yesterday against Harwich, 2. 1 against Bourne on Wednesday, 0 against Hyannis Tuesday, and 2 against Wareham on Monday.
All right, well, we'll preview the pitching matchup and your players to watch right after this, but we send it to the national anthem here on Opening the Door. First pitch coming up soon, but Farrell, first a look at the pitching matchup this evening.
It's going to be Grady Bivens, the right-hander, 0-3 out of Eckerd College for the Cotuit Kettleers this afternoon. 21 2/3 innings of action, 14 walks, 9 strikeouts, a whip over 1.5 for the Commodores, making his season debut. The second pitcher to come out of Jacksonville State, and that's Christian Aiello from Pequannock, New Jersey, same hometown as Derek Jeter was born in. We'll look to see what he has in his arsenal for the Kettleers this afternoon.
Timmy, your Kettleer to watch for tonight's game.
Yeah, I got Noah Coy, and he's a guy that had a tough start to the season after the first week, but ever since then, he has been red hot. One of the best hitters on the Cape in that span, and over 500 on-base percentage since that first week.
And Farrell, your man for the Commodores.
It's got to be Braden Jeffries. I know Last night in post-game, Jack Dom sung Gavin Greger high praise, but Jeffries continues to do it with the bat. We've seen what he can do with the glove, a .321 average so far this year for the Falmouth Commodores.
All right, fellas, first pitch coming up. Take it away.
Thank you, Andrew, as we say hello once again from gorgeous Lowell Park. Very minimal clouds in the sky, low humidity on a gorgeous Friday afternoon. Farrell Hudson alongside Timmy Weiss, just heard from the third member of our team, Andrew Hilsman. He'll be coming up throughout the course of the ballgame. Producers Lennon Stills and Skylar Ellis. The Kettleers have taken the field behind their starting pitcher, Grady Bivens. Let's get you the Commodores starting lineup. It's Fabio Peralta, left-handed hitting center fielder to lead it off. Braden Jeffries, the aforementioned Gold Glove winner at third base, will bat second. Carter White in left field bats third. A.J. Putty cleans up and plays first base. Ben Slanker, the DH, and all-star participating in the home run derby at White House Field in Harwich tomorrow, will bat fifth. Ty Gonis, another all-star, bats sixth and plays second. Bottom third in the order, Dallas Brooks, the new guy, Drew Turpins, and Gavin Greger in his second game back from injury. And Tim, we prefaced it in the pregame, it's Grady Bivens, the right-hander, on the mound for the Kettleers.
And to start off for the Commodores, it's also going to be Christian Aiello. But Grady Bivens, a guy that with the Cotuit this season has had a couple of struggles in the loss column. He actually has one of 4 pitchers on the season that has 3 or more losses this season, but still a starter this season for the Commodores, or for Cotuit, that should be able to have a good outing out there.
A 9-3 record for Grady Bivens at Eckerd College this year. No shortage of losses, just under 6 runs allowed per game, where he hauled 72 and 2/3 innings of action there. That's up on the Logan P. Core, Kenyon Collins amount of innings thrown this year. So the Commodores will look to right their wrongs from the 5-2 defeat yesterday to the Harwich Mariners. They've fallen to 0-3 against the season on Harwich, but enough dwelling on the negatives. A positive, the Commodores 2-1, Tim, against the Cotuit Kettleers.
Right, and the games that they've played against Cotuit have been great, and the one that wasn't as good was the last time that these two teams met, when it was an 8-2 win for Cotuit. But the first matchups these teams had over July 4th weekend, the Commodores maybe had their best stretch of the season, where they put on a lot of runs, so looking to do the same today.
24 runs and 17 offensive innings of action. Fabio Peralta digs in the lefty batter's box. Grady Bivens from the middle of the rubber. Tall right-hander into his windup, and the first pitch of tonight's ball game, a fastball letter high, swing and a miss, 0-1. First pitch at 5 o'clock sharp on this gorgeous Friday evening, leading into the All-Star break here for the Cape Cod Baseball League. 0-1, check swing by Peralta. Did he go around? Third base umpire says yes. Fabio, a .220 hitter this season. Named an All-Star just a week ago. One of 6 Commodores to appear at White House Field tomorrow evening in Harwich, as Fabio chops the off-speed pitch foul.
And it's good to see Peralta back into the top spot of the lineup. That's a spot he's been at a lot this season. Actually, all 3 games against Cotuit, that's where he's been.
A little bit of mixing and matching all season long by Jack Dom in terms of lineup construction. 0-2's in the dirt. Peralta so patient at the plate. That's not necessarily where, if you're a sabermetrical genius or through the eye test, it doesn't necessarily pass if you're taking a look at the box score, but he can really work counts. 1-2 to Peralta. Nobody out, just underway in Cotuit. Fabio lines the fastball back foul to the screen. Fourth meeting of the season between the Commodores and the Kettleers. Final meeting will come 2 Fridays from tonight at Gov Fuller Field. The 1-2 on the way to Peralta. Fastball line foul again.
And you just said, that's exactly what Peralta does. No matter where he is in the lineup, he puts up great at-bats, already doing so in this at-bat.
Fabio takes a moment to step out of the box and now digs back in, recollects himself. Glove at the letters of Bivens, and the breaking ball check swing from Peralta. He did not go around, and it's a 2-2 count.
And you heard all the cheers from the Cotuit fans and dugout. They thought he went around right away.
From our angle, it certainly looked like Fabio did not, and Same thought from the umpires as well. 2-2. Fastball just off the plate, and Peralta's worked a full count.
Staying alive. It would be nice to get your first runner on for Falmouth.
Bivens into his wind. Payoff pitch. Fabio takes outside for ball 4, and one of the best at-bats you'll see to lead off a ball game. And that walk is our free pass of the game, presented by Cape Cod Community College. Go to Cape Cod Community College for free every program. No tuition or fees for those that qualify. capecod.edu/free for more. So Peralta draws base with nobody out, and Braden Jeffries, second consecutive lefty to come to the plate, digs in. Bivens out of the stretch, short wind and delivers. Fastball nips the inside corner, 0-1.
And you just feel so good right now with Jeffries up at the plate, a guy that's been extremely hot, just a doubles machine recently. 4 doubles in the last 5 games.
20 extra base hits with the Michigan Wolverines, 0-1. Fastball low. Looks like caught plenty of plate, but missed below the knees of Jeffries. 321 hitter is Jeffries. A 1-1 count. Nobody out and a runner on. Just underway. No score. Top 1. Evans delivers in the dirt and a backhanded stop from DiMaggio. Bivens briefly shakes off DiMaggio now, gets his sign, comes set, increasing lead for Peralta off of first, and a snap throw back to check on Peralta. Two-one. Jeffries puts it in the air to center field, not deep. Settling under it, Sturgis in a couple steps, and he makes the catch for the first out.
And this is something that happened yesterday, and it's super early in this game, but the Commodores did get a couple of first base runners on and then not get anything going. You got to be able to get that first guy on and really move him up, take advantage of those opportunities.
It's Carter White to dig in, 1 on, 1 out. Righty-lefty matchup. And Bivens' first offering is a fastball high. For White, productive year at the University of North Florida. 0 for 4 in last night's ball game, but not indicative of his overall output. .333 batting average since his arrival in Falmouth. Medium-sized lead for Peralta off of first. Deep breath from Bivens. 1-0 with 1 out. Breaking ball inside.
And always have to watch out for Fabio Peralta on first base to steal a base. He does lead the doors in the stolen bases.
That's the element of Fabio's game in which his play revolves around is a throw back to the first base bag, just sliding in ahead of the tag from Handley is Peralta.
That was close.
He'll certainly challenge defenses, Tim.
And that's good. That's the thing that the Commodores got to keep doing. Force some errors.
2-0 to White. Fastball down Broadway, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike, 1 out with a runner on. Top of the first, no score, just underway in Cotuit. Commodores and Kettleers for the 4th time this season. Bivens a deep breath. Glove at the chin, fires a 2-1 inside. 91 miles an hour with run, but missing at the bottom of the zone frequently, and a good hitter's count for White. Peralta takes off for second, but it's a moot point. The 3-1's high for ball 4. So 2 walks issued by Grady Bivens in his first third of an inning, and the Commodores have 2 runners on with 1 out.
And this is something Falmouth has done a ton better with over the last 15 days, getting a lot more walks.
As the Kettleers will convene. On the mound, and on behalf of the Cape Cod Baseball League, we would like to thank the following league partners for their continued support: 99 Restaurants, Cape Air, Jersey Mike's, Margaritaville Resort, Cape Cod, Veolia North America, Highline Cruises, Cape Space, Massachusetts Office of Travel and Tourism, Bridgewater State University, Franklin Sports, Wilson Sporting Goods, Yawkey Foundation, the Baldwin Group, Badger Sports, Falmouth Publishing Company, Butler Sporting Goods, Cape Destinations, Sunderland Printing, and of course, thank you to Major League Baseball for over 50 years of support. The conversation concludes on the mound as A.J. Putty, right-handed hitter, steps to the plate for the Commodores. 2 on and 1 out, top of the first, no score. Bivens a peek at Peralta off a second. And the first offering righty on righty to Putty is fouled. First base side, 0-1.
And when runs have been so hard to come by recently, this is why this moment is so huge, to get one early on, get the bats some momentum.
Bivens rocks into his wind and fires outside. Joe Gravina is the home plate umpire. Will Bowers at first base. Keith Peterson, first time Commodores have seen him this season, with the 2 calls of no swing on Fabio Peralta's at bat in the top of the first just a few batters ago. 1-1. Fastball strike, outside corner at the knees, 1-2. Commodores had Joe Gravina behind the plate the last time they were here in Cotuit, back on July 8th. Called the near impeccable ball game. It's one of the best umpired games we've seen so far in 2026. Peralta increases his lead as he takes off for third. The 1-2, breaking ball, swing and a miss from Putty, but intelligent base running once again from Peralta. Another stolen bag, 2 outs, and runners on the corners for the Commodores.
That's a play that looked nearly identical to yesterday when Peralta did the same thing, took off for third base very early, except this time the pitcher did not catch him. Peralta, very nice job, waited for the perfect time and easily got to third base on that.
So it's the lefty hitting Ben Slanker, a participant in the Home Run Derby tomorrow at White House Field. He bats, runners on the corners, no score. Top 1, 2 out. First pitch from Bivens, fastball at the knees for a called strike.
And he said today that he wanted to get some extra practice in BP to get himself ready for the Home Run Derby tomorrow.
Last time Slanker competed in a Home Run Derby, it was the Pony League World Series when he was 14, back in 2019. 0-1, changeup misses off the plate at 85. Slanker, some great numbers besides just in the power department with batting average. A little bit diluted this summer for obvious reasons with the wood bat. Launch angle certainly an emphasis for the lefty hitting slugger as he takes a fastball at the knees, outside corner, bends behind 1-2. So 1-2 with 2 out. Top of the first, no score. Commodores and Kettleers. Fabio Peralta leads off a third, and Carter White's off a first. Bivens looking to complete a scoreless first. Glove at the chest and home with the 1-2. Line into left center field. That's going to drop down for a base hit. Coming in to score is Fabio Peralta. Up to second is Carter White on an RBI single from Ben Slanker, and the Commodores lead 1-0.
Man, does that feel good to have a lead in a ball game right away? And Slanker hit this one really well. Just a great piece of hitting on a line in left center field. Peralta easily scores, and it's 1-0.
The emphasis on hitting with runners in scoring position, especially imperative for the Commodores. Left 10 runners on base in last night's 5-2 defeat to Harwich, as Joe Gravina steps out in front of the plate and asks Grady Bivens to make eye contact with Ty Konis. 2 runners on and a run home in the top of the first. Righty-on-righty matchup. First pitch to Ty Konis. Fastball, swing and a miss.
Big swing there from Konis. He wanted to put some damage on that ball.
For good reason, Ty. 2 homers, 16 RBIs as a Commodore. 5 homers and 39 RBIs for the All-Big Ten freshman team with the Maryland Terrapins this season. Recently announced his commitment in the transfer portal to go play at Texas Tech as he fouls off the 0-1. Fastball at 91, inside corner, it's 0-2. So all it's taken is 1 hit so far here in the top of the first. Fabio Peralta, a walk. Carter White, a walk. Bivens deep breath into his wind, the 0-2. And the breaking ball's chopped foul, third base side. It'll be an 0-2 again. Line down the right field line, and it's going to go foul. Konis working a good at-bat similar to Fabio Peralta, Tim.
And still 0-2 count on him. So just fouling a couple pitches in a row away. This is who you want up, though, with runners in scoring position, Ty Konis.
Oh-2, fastball off the outer edge. Patient take from Konis. Yeah, the bat fired, ready to go. So 1-2 with 2 outs, top of the first. 2 runners on for the Commodores in a 1-0 lead. Bivens a peek at Carter White off a second, and the 1-2's popped up foul. And we'll go out of play. Bivens being forced to throw a lot of pitches here in the top of the first. 1-2 to Ty Konis. Is a fly ball to right field. This should hang up for Landon Beaver over towards the line, and Beaver makes the catch. And the Commodores have nothing else to give in the top of the first. But for Falmouth, a run and a hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base, half an inning through. It's 1-0 Commodores here on Falmouth Commodores Radio on Cape League TV.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
One 0 the Commodores lead here in the bottom of the first from Lowell Park in Cotuit, Massachusetts. With the Commodores taking the field, we'll get you the Cotuit Kettleers starting lineup. Noah Coy's the second baseman out of Notre Dame. He'll lead off. Dawson Park, the shortstop from LSU, bats second. Jake Handley, the Georgia first baseman, bats third. Middle third in the order, J.J. Moran will bat fourth from Stanford. Landon Beaver at fifth. Jesse DiMaggio is the catcher. He'll bat sixth. Isaac Sturgis, Will Plattner, and Brian Tyransky round out the Cotuit batting order. Center fielder DH and left fielder in the 7, 8, and 9 spots. And they'll be facing the Southpaw, recently committed to Jacksonville State, attendee of Rider University, his past 3 seasons of collegiate baseball, and that's Christian Aiello.
And Christian Aiello is a guy that the Commodores should be very excited about making his debut. He is a guy that works very quickly on the mound, but with the Burlington Sock Puppets in the Appalachian League. Earlier this summer, he led the league in strikeouts with 39, so he's a huge strikeout guy, which is something the Commodores have been looking a lot for as a pitching staff.
Dallas Brooks playing in the Appalachian League before his arrival here in Falmouth this summer. He's catching him behind the plate. So good top of the first for the Commodores, Tim, and we spoke pregame about Grady Bivens, the walks coming back to bite him between Eckert and Cotuit this year and on further display in the top of the first.
And that's something that the Commodores have done a lot of against Cotuit specifically. First two times these teams played, Falmouth had 10 walks the second time these two teams played, which was at Lowell Park.
I believe it to be 14 walks total issued in those two ball games, just on Falmouth's side alone, as the Commodores with their highest offensive output in 2 games this season. Lefty on lefty matchup to begin. It's Noah Coy to lead off, and he takes the fastball inside, 1-0.
Right, wouldn't mind to have one of those innings again for the Doors.
Coy takes a strike outside corner. White, Peralta, and Gregor left to right in the outfield for the Commodores. Braden Jeffries at third. Drew Turpin's at shortstop. Konis at second and Putty at first. And A.J. Putty makes a snag on a line drive from Noah Coy. And there's one gone in the bottom of the first.
That was impressive for him to move on the run and reach down without diving, too. I mean, honestly, I thought he was going to have to dive for it. But he reached down and leaned and extended his arm out somehow to make that play.
Putty has certainly shown his athleticism in the field so far as a Commodore. A litany of nice plays at the first base position. Lefty on righty matchup, bases empty, 1 out, and the first offering's a fastball called strike outside corner from Aiello, and it's 0-1. Park on the season, 19 games with the Kettleers, 18 hits, 5 extra base hits, as pitch still's way high and off the glove of Brooks. But Park at Texas State this year, 13 homers and 52 RBIs as he lines the 1-1 foul. Aiello into his wind. Over the 1-2. Fastball just off the outside edge. Two-two. Swing and a miss. Fastball at 87 over the inside corner. And Park's gone for the second out. First strikeout of the game for Aiello.
And I'm telling you, this is a guy that you're going to see strike out a lot of batters. And he was dominant in the Appalachian League. He was dominant as well with Ryder in strikeouts.
71 and 54 in a third innings in 2026 for Ryder. Fastball catches the outside corner to the lefty hitting first baseman Jake Hanley. 0-1 with 2 outs, no one on. We're in the bottom of the first. 1-0, the Commodores lead the Kettleers. 0-1, breaking ball, line foul. Aiello in total cruise control right now.
Right, you're already seeing how quickly he works. Sometimes batters might not even be set, and he's dealing.
0-2, Hanley takes in the dirt. Hanley this year, a 197 average as a Kettleer in 19 games. But at Indiana this year, 14 homers and 48 RBIs in the Big Ten, 54 ball games accrued. 0-2, just off the outside edge. Dallas Brooks made a step out of his crouch toward the Commodore dugout. Thought he had strike 3. Joe Gravina says, come on back. 1-2, Aiello deals and a swing and a miss. Letter high fastball, and Hanley is down by way of the K. 2 strikeouts in the first. And no runs, no hits, no errors, none left on base for the Kettleers. An inning through, it's 1-0 Commodores on Commodores Radio and Cape League TV.
Are you looking for that perfect pregame meal? Supreme Pizza has you covered. Its extensive menu has everything from pies and calzones to salads and subs. And with its online ordering system, delicious food is just one click away.
It's an honor to support the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Supreme Pizza is open every day of the week. Order online or stop by their store located at 147 T-Ticket Highway and try a slice today.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, President of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
Back for the top of the second inning at Lowell Park in Cotuit, Massachusetts. The Falmouth Commodores and the Cotuit Kettleers with Falmouth out to a 1-0 lead. And one of the reasons why, a great bottom of the first inning for Christian Aiello in his Commodores debut, Tim.
Right, how about that? To start your Commodores debut, you go and retire 3 batters, you have 2 strikeouts, you look in control. That's exactly what you want to see, and really the Falmouth lineup should feel pretty confident right now going up to bat with him on the mound.
And in the top of the second inning, it'll be the 7, 8, and 9 in the Commodores order. Brooks, Turpins, and Gavin Greger. Lefty hitting Dallas Brooks comes to the plate. 125 hitter on the season, but Dallas made quite the first impression in a Commodore uniform. A walk-off 2-run single against the Wareham Gatemen back on June 21st. The ceiling's high for the product out of the University of Central Florida as he takes a fastball low.
It's pretty crazy. That's nearly a month ago.
You're telling me? 26 days later to the day. 1-0 offering inside, and Brooks had to get out of the way towards his feet. We saw command be an issue early on for Grady Bivens in the top of the first. And it continues to rear its ugly head here to begin the second. 2-0 with nobody out. Fastball off the plate. Brooks caught in the ball game Wednesday night against the Bourne Braves. 2 for 4 with a double and an infield single. 3-0. Fastball high for ball 4. So Brooks draws base, and the Commodores a leadoff runner here in the top of the second.
And good to see the walks continue to pile up, because that gives some life to an offense that has been having its struggles. So you get some walks, you get on base, and all of a sudden you can grow past that.
Ready on ready matchup with 1 on and nobody out. It's the shortstop Drew Turpins and against Bivens. First pitch, changeup inside at 89, 1-0. Either a changeup or a cut fastball, but great movement. As DiMaggio had to stab it on his forehand side, inside towards the knees. Snap throw back to first to check on Brooks. For over 100 years, Rogers Gray's helped protect Cape Cod families and businesses. Now they're the Baldwin Group. They're the same home team with a new name on the jersey. From your first car to your dream home to your business venture, the Baldwin Group brings expanded resources as your insurance partner and protecting the possible with the same local service you trust. It's a fister off the end of the bat. Roll, jam shot to third. Plays only at second as Moran goes to Coy for the first out.
And this ball just not hit hard by Turpins. It was a soft one at Moran. It was actually a pretty close play at second base on Brooks, but Turpins was able to beat it out comfortably at first base.
Righty on lefty, 1 on, 1 out. Top second, 1-0 lead for the Commodores. Gavin Greger comes to the plate. As Bivens deals the first pitch, fastball inside corner at the belt for a called strike. Commodores manager Jack Dahm with praise postgame last night for Gavin Greger. Called him the team's, quote, Energizer Bunny. Second-year Falmouth Commodore. Just returned from injury in last night's game. Takes the fastball high, and it's a ball and a strike.
Well, since we know Gavin Greger, I mean, that's pretty accurate. He is a high-energy player out there.
It'll be a 1-1 with 1 out. Bivens, another turn and throw to first. It's a high throw hauled in by Hanley. Turpins is off of first with a 1-1 count with one out. Home to Gavin Greger as he grounds it right to the shortstop Park. He'll flip to Coy, one on to first, and dug out of the dirt nicely by Jake Hanley. That's a 6-4-3 twin killing as the Commodores go quietly in the top of the second. Facing the minimum is Grady Bivens. No runs, no hits, no errors, a runner left on base. An inning and a half through, 1-0 Commodores here on Falmouth Commodores Radio on Cape League TV.
Hi, I'm Jim Murray, owner of Falmouth's historic clam shack, now Jim's Clam Shack. Located on scenic Falmouth Harbor, Jim's Clam Shack is a destination for the best seafood and sunsets on the Cape. We're open 7 days a week, so stop by for lunch or join us for dinner on the rooftop deck. Bring the entire family to try our wide selection of seafood and kid-friendly options. We deliver the freshest products to your plates daily. Jim's Clam Shack, a proud supporter of the Falmouth Commodores.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, President of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
Hi, I'm Coleman Mizell, outfielder from Alabama, and you're watching Commodores baseball on KTV.
One 0 the Commodores lead, bottom of the second at Lowell Park. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 in the Kettleers order after an impeccable scoreless bottom of the first inning for Christian Aiello. Moran followed by Beaver and DiMaggio. So it's J.J. Moran, righty hitting third baseman out of Stanford. Did again against the lefty Aiello into his wind, and the first pitch of the bottom of the second is driven to deep right center field. On his horse is Peralta in the gap, and Fabio Peralta to the backhand side makes a nice running grab for the first out.
And that ball was hit pretty well, but Peralta on his horse, you're not getting many balls past him in center field. We've seen this plenty of times before this season. He is quick out there.
It's the no-fly zone when you hit it within about 100 feet of Fabio Peralta. Lefty-on-lefty matchup, base is empty, one out. Aiello deals, fastball high. Aiello doesn't necessarily hum it at the same level of speed you usually see here on the Cape, but it's his craftiness and quick delivery that has stymied the batters of the Kettleers through the early going this afternoon as he spins a breaking ball at the knees for a called strike.
Right, he sits about 85 through 88 on the fastball, but his slider and curveball is nasty.
1-1 off the plate. Aiello continuing to work quick as he throws a fastball there at 85. It's the lefty hitting right fielder Landon Beaver in 20 games with Cotuit this season. .234 with a homer and 11 RBIs. 2-1, he drives it deep left field. Ranging back is Carter White, and he has a beat on it and makes the catch for the second out. So an economical beginning for Christian Aiello. 5 up, 5 down. 2 strikeouts in an inning and 2/3. Base is empty, 2 outs. Lefty on righty matchup on tap. It's the righty hitting catcher, Jesse DiMaggio.
And he's throwing a lot of strikes right now, which is something that Coach Dom will love to see.
DiMaggio committed to play next season at Dallas Baptist as he takes a fastball for a called strike. Play behind the plate there. Same spot as J.J. Kennett once was a few years ago before transferring to Baylor. Aiello into his wind, 0-1, spins it outside, breaking ball on 76. For DiMaggio in 15 games, he's at .264. A homer and 8 RBIs, 13 homers and 44 RBIs at Westmont College this season. Fastball right down Broadway at 86, belt high for a called strike. So Aiello is one pitch from getting out of the bottom of the second. A 1-2 count with 2 outs and the bases empty. Commodores leading by 1. Aiello home with a 1-2, swing and a miss. High fastball, top of the zone, outside corner. DiMaggio chases, and the Kettleers are down once again, 1-2-3 in the bottom of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left on base. Let's go to the third. 1-0 Commodores here on Cape League TV.
Are you looking for that perfect pregame meal? Supreme Pizza has you covered. Its extensive menu has everything from pies and calzones to salads and subs. And with its online ordering system, delicious food is just one click away.
It's an honor to support the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Supreme Pizza is open every day of the week. Order online or stop by their store located at 147 T-Ticket Highway and try a slice today.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
Top of the third inning at Lowell Park, a 1-0 lead for the Commodores over the Kettleers, and continuing to mow down the Kettleers in the bottom of the second was Christian Aiello.
Right, he looks really strong out there, and to go out with your Cape League debut after playing with Ryder and in the Appalachian League, it's a big step up. It's a jump up, and Aiello looks up to the task and more right now.
Very hearty crowd on this early Friday evening. A great week of baseball in general between the Cape Cod League and professional baseball. Major League Baseball All-Star Game this past Tuesday night. You got the Cape Cod League All-Star festivities taking place at White House Field in Harwich tomorrow. It's pretty cool Tuesday night, Tim. Turned on the TV. First batter saw the All-Star Game, turned it on, I believe it was the top of the 7th inning. Justin Robleski faced off against Travis Bazzana.
How about that?
2 former Falmouth Commodores shining on baseball's biggest stage. Here in the Cape Cod League, the stars of tomorrow shine tonight, and it's Fabio Peralta in the leadoff spot. 1, 2, and 3 for the Commodores in the top of the third as he swings and fouls back the fastball at 91. It's Peralta, Jeffries, and White in the top of the third. 1-0 lead for the Commodores here in Cotuit.
And you also had Adley Rushman, an all-star, former Commodore.
1-0, fastball high. Adley Rutschman, the 4-year Baltimore Oriole. That might be no longer in about 2.5 weeks. Trade deadline looming in Major League Baseball. Fastball's inside to Peralta. It's 2-1. Now Grady Bivens' last at-bat was ahead in the count on Fabio, Tim. You don't want to get behind in the count, especially with Peralta's blazing speed on the bases. Saw him take third base with a huge lead as the breaking ball's off the plate at 84. 3 balls and a strike, nobody out, bases empty, top of the third. Fabio Peralta in the leadoff spot, Braden Jeffries on deck.
And last time, even though he was ahead in the count, still walked him.
Bivens, home of the 3-1 as Peralta spanks it in the air deep to center field, but ranging under it and putting it away is Sturgis for the first out. Some loud contact nonetheless, Tim.
And Peralta will be happy with that. I mean, it's a good piece of hitting that he hit it well. It sounded good off the bat. It just ended up in the wrong spot. So you can only control the controllables, and that was one of those right there.
1 out, bases empty, righty on lefty matchup. Braden Jeffries in for the second time today. Bivens into his wind, deals the fastball high. Jeffries flew out to center his last time up. One-0, low. Two ball, no strike offering with 1 out. As Peralta rolls over on the ground to second to the forehand side on 2 hops. Throwing to first in time is Coy over to Handley. 4-3 the play goes just to nab the hustling Jeffries for the second out.
That was a pretty tough play for Coy. He had to run in a lot. Still had enough time.
The 99 Restaurant and Pub is proud to support the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit your local 99 and try their famous colossal lobster rolls, piled high on grilled brioche and served hot buttered or with just the right amount of mayo and celery with fries and coleslaw. You gotta love the 9s. Grounded to second once again off the bat of Carter White. And since the top of the first, holding the bag for, for a moment, Jake Handley looked like he came off, but he holds the bag. And that secures the minimum faced in back-to-back innings from Grady Bivens as the Commodores go in order in the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors. None left on base. 2.5 through, 1-0 Falmouth on Cape League TV.
To dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else. Dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts. Milton Rents, your local source.
Welcome back to Commodores Baseball here at Lowell Park. Falmouth leads 1-0 after 2.5 frames. And Gavin Greger is back for the second night in a row after missing the middle of the season with a hand injury that he's worked really hard to get back from. I talked to him pregame today, and he said he's just been so excited to get back to baseball with this group. He said that this group really gelled well to start the year, and when he got hurt at the start of the year, just in that first week, he was really starting to hit his stride. So he's happy to be back, and I think the Commodores are happy to have his defensive ability back in right field, but also his bat that is just waiting to wake up. Farrell?
Thanks, Andrew. Yeah, certainly a welcome back for Gavin Greger. And a welcome back to Christian Aiello on the mound, who has looked phenomenal so far as he deals the breaking ball to the lefty hitting center fielder, Isaac Sturgis, who pops it foul. It's 0-1.
And again, getting ahead in the count, throwing strikes. That's what Aiello does.
It's Sturgis followed by Plattner and Tyransky for the Kettleers in the home half of the third. Commodores ahead 1-0. Fastball low, and it's a ball and a strike. Sturgis in 21 games, 12 hits, an extra base hit. A .318 hitter this season at Michigan State, teammates with Logan Pecor. Chops it foul right back towards our booth. But the gate right in the way.
You actually reached your hand out, and I wondered a little bit what was going on in your head because there's a huge fence in front of us. But I like the attempted play.
Attempted forehand play. Played a little corner infield in my time. 1-2. Fastball outside corner called. Strike 3 as Sturgis stares frozen in the lefty batter's box and now departs for the Kettleers dugout. 1 gone and 7 straight retired by Christian Aiello. So 1 out, and the base is empty. In the bottom of the third, 1-0 lead for the Commodores. And it's the righty hitting DH, Will Plattner. First pitch, breaking ball inside. Plattner, a .250 hitter at the University of Alabama this season in 30 games. 1-0, fastball strike at the knees. Netting Pros, Stadionic is the official netting and facility solutions partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. When it comes to netting and building iconic sports facilities, it's Netting Pros. Stadionic, making sports facilities iconic. Aiello fires a fastball low and away. It's 2-1. 4 strikeouts for Aiello across 2 1/3. 2-1. Rolled on the ground foul.
I mean, that might have been the first time today that Aiello's fell behind in a count.
Certainly seems that way with the clip of strikes Aiello threw across his first 2 innings. Into his wind for the left side of the rubber. The 2-2 swing and a miss, high fastball. Plattner chases, and there's 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Already the 5th strikeout for Christian, and with the bases empty and 2 outs, it's the left-handed hitting left fielder Ryan Tyranski.
Cotuit has no answer for him right now. This is really fun to watch.
Aiello stares in, gets his sign, winds and fires. Fastball, outside corner strike. Again, not doing it with great velocity, Tim, just humming it in with strikes. Consistent pacing and great off-speed to play. 0-1, breaking ball high.
Right, that last fastball at 84.
7 homers and 34 RBIs for Tyranski in the Big 12 this season with the Cincinnati Bearcats. 1-1, fastball, strike, outside corner, letter high, 1-2. Aiello winds and fires, and it's chopped high. Back behind the mound, ranging at second base. Maley, off balance throw, not in time. Rather, Ty Konis, as reaching first is Tyranski, and it'll go down as an infield hit. But a great start for Aiello nonetheless. 8 up, 8 down until Tyranski reached.
And that's a shame for that to end right there, because it was such a great try by Ty Konis at second base. Barehanded, he somehow got it over to first in a split second, and Tyranski barely beat it out.
So it's back to the top of the batting order for the Kettleers. Left-handed hitting Noah Coy. 1-0 lead for the Commodores. 2 outs, bottom of the third with a runner on. And throw over to first from Aiello. Coy lined out to A.J. Putty at first base in the bottom of the first. Taking off for second on a fastball outside Tyranski. Throw down, not in time. Stolen base for the aforementioned left fielder for the Kettleers. He advances into scoring position with 2 out. It'll be a 1-0 from Aiello. Brief peek at second base, now another. Fires, fastball, strike. Commodores and Kettleers both at 10-15-2 entering tonight's ball game. Tied for third in the West Division. This game for sole possession of third when all's said and done. 1-1, breaking ball, top of the zone, and it's 1-2 on Coy.
Fair, you really can't stress how big of a game this is for the Commodores. You want to go into the All-Star break feeling good about yourselves, and if you go in without a win since Saturday, you don't feel so good.
1-2. Fastball line foul. Commodores were looking good for a moment towards the end of last week. 2 wins in consecutive ball games, and by that I mean excluding the suspended game versus the Wareham Gatemen last Friday. Commodores beat Hyannis 9-1 last Thursday. 4-0 over the Bravos. And a 3-run lead is that one line down the right field line, just foul. As Noah Coy arms up in the air, pleading with the first base umpire, Will Bowers. He thought he certainly lined it fair, especially by the reaction of A.J. Putty.
And he's hit 2 balls in this game just like that, because the first time he was up, he lined out to Putty, and Putty made a great play, leaning down to make the catch. That time just foul. Similar spot.
Down at first base, a conversation still going on. It looks like Luke Broadhurst, extended conversation, first base coach for the Kettleers. Lefty on lefty, 1-2 with 2 outs. Aiello into his wind, deals fastball away. as time's called. And according to our sideline reporter, Andrew Hillsman, can you hear him in the background? It looks like a wiffle ball from the kids' game here at Lowell Park somehow got on the field. Anyway, we resume play. 2-2 with 2 outs. A tip into the glove of Dallas Brooks. That's strike 3. The bat goes flying, and that does it for the Kettleers in the bottom of the 3rd. Another strikeout, 6 so far for Christian Aiello. No runs on a hit, no errors, so runner left on base, so runner left in scoring position. 1-0 Commodores lead as we move to the 4th on Cape League TV.
Are you looking for that perfect pregame meal? Supreme Pizza has you covered. Its extensive menu has everything from pies and calzones to salads and subs. And with its online ordering system, delicious food is just one click away.
It's an honor to support the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Supreme Pizza is open every day of the week. Order online or stop by their store located at 147 T-Ticket Highway and try a slice today.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
The Cape Cod Baseball League extends its deepest gratitude to the Yonke Foundation for more than 30 years of unwavering support. Tom and Jean Yonke were deeply passionate about the game of baseball, and over their 7 decades as owners of the Boston Red Sox, they made lasting investments in youth and amateur athletics across our community. They understood that baseball offers far more than competition, that it helps instill cooperation, respect, teamwork, lasting friendships, and confidence in young athletes, both on and off the field. 1-0 lead for the Commodores as we move along top 4 here from Lowell Park in Cotuit on a gorgeous Friday evening. Farrell Hudson and Timmy Weiss, and just mentioned the word confidence. That's exactly what Christian Aiello's had. 6 strikeouts through 3 innings of scoreless ball.
Absolutely. He looks like a stud out there on the mound and getting guys left and right. It's awesome to see from Aiello, who's making his Cape League debut today.
4, 5, and 6, middle 3rd in the Commodores' order in the top of the 4th. It's the right-handed hitting A.J. Putty to lead off. Bivens into his wind, rocks and fires, fastball low and away. For Putty, he struck out swinging in the top of the 1st, a .240 hitter out of the University of Illinois. Bivens looking to match the intensity of Aiello, winds and fires, fastball low. So far in the ball game, 3 walks issued by Grady Bivens. A run home for the Commodores. That came in the top of the 1st off the bat of their lefty hitting DH, Ben Slanker. 2-0, bases empty, righty on righty, nobody out. And the fastball swing and a miss. Putty chased the high fastball. Unconventional, Tim, you see that in the 2-0 count. So 2-1 with nobody out. Bivens winds and deals, breaking ball away. How about this between the Commodores and the Kettleers this season? Identical, 10, 15, and 2 are their records after 27 games coming into today. 3-1 with nobody out. Fastball line back to the screen, foul. Quality at bat worked by Putty, and it's a full count. But a 6-8-1 record for both the Commodores and Kettleers against East Division opponents, and a 4-7-1 record against the division.
It's bizarre, really.
Payoff pitch. Putty swings and flies it foul. First base side out of play. Seen 3 quality at-bats worked by the Commodores in as many innings. Now A.J. Putty continues that trend here in the top of the 4th. For Christian Aiello. On the flip side for Falmouth, 3 strong scoreless innings, 6 strikeouts, only 1 base runner allowed. As a fly ball to deep left field, but coming in a few steps is Tyransky, and he'll make the catch for the first out.
Better to see a longer at-bat from Putty, though, because he's had some times where he's gone behind in counts and struck out a little bit, so he put up a great at-bat there, showed some fight.
Righty on lefty matchup with one out and the bases empty. Commodores lead 1-0 in the top of the fourth. It's Ben Slanker, the All-Star and Home Run Derby participant tomorrow for the Commodores, who takes the fastball high. For the Salem, Ohio native, a 10-homer, 46 RBI season at Louisville. As he lays down a bunt down the third baseline. Will that stay fair? It'll just coast foul, as shading over towards the shortstop side of third was Moran. A great idea nonetheless from Slanker.
I love that idea because it was totally open if he got that bunt down into that area. So great idea from Slanker. Now he goes up. It's 1-1 count still. No big deal.
Otherworldly numbers for Slanker in 2 years of college. 112 combined games between Ohio and Louisville from 2024 to present. 32 homers, 117 RBIs. And oh, by the way, an unconventional batting average for a slugger at 279. 1-1 with one out. Bivens deals. It's a fastball inside corner knee high for a called strike two. Slanker 2 homers and 9 RBIs. 18 hits and a double in his time in a Commodores uniform. He awaits the 1-2 as he sprays the fastball foul. Might have been a changeup. Great movement over the inner half of the plate.
Bivens has looked fantastic on the mound today as well. You can't take that away after that first inning.
1-2. Fastball high. And that's certainly something you see even to the best pitchers, Tim, at the Major League Baseball level. Sometimes they run into those first inning jitters outside of a few walks and only one hit in the inning. It was off the bat of this man, Ben Slanker. Nothing else home for the Commodores. 2-2. Sprays it into left field for a base hit. Like a rocket. Another howitzer from Ben Slanker. He's aboard. 1 on and 1 out.
And both of them are opposite field hitting pieces into that left field area. So 2 line drive shots by Ben Slanker. Good to see.
And it's the righty hitting true sophomore Ty Konis to the plate. With a runner on and 1 out here in the top of the fourth. Commodores lead 1-0. Ty flew out to right field on a soft fly ball to Landon Beaver. Hugged the line in mid-right. Spin throw back to first. Nicely dug out from Jake Hanley. And for Jake Hanley, he might only have a 197 batting average this season, but he's played some stellar defense at first base for the Kettleers, indicative of the pick that we saw earlier.
And the stretch.
First offering to Konis. Fastball skips inside off the glove of DiMaggio to the backstop, taking second Slanker. And he's in scoring position with a 1-0 count and 1 out.
And again, you feel really good about Ty Konis being up with runners in scoring position. That's what it's about.
Konis not only has provided it with the bat this year, one of 6 Commodore All-Stars, but he can also be incredibly versatile in the field. Plays third base, second base, predominantly shortstop, but with the arrival of Drew Turpins, you see Konis taking more time at second as he takes the fastball low. 2 balls and no strikes. Bivens deep breath, 1 look at Slanker off a second as the breaking ball catches the top of the zone for a called strike. "23 games for Konis as a Commodore, 2 homers, 16 RBIs, 18 hits, 5 extra base hits. 2-1 breaking ball strike, well located again, top of the zone, 2-2. So it'll be a 2-2 with 1 out. Ready on ready matchup. Ben Slanker's off a second. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Third time's the charm as Konis chases, and he's gone by way of the K. 2 outs in the top of the fourth.
Still another chance, though. Now 2 outs. Dallas Brooks comes up to the plate, and he walked back in the second. Put up a good at-bat, so see if he can do that today. He's looked really strong recently at the plate. Could use a big knock.
Limited sample size for Dallas Brooks, but in his freshman season at the University of Central Florida, a .308 batting average across 8 games. Takes a fastball called strike letter high. For Brooks, he's appeared in 10 games so far this season. 2 hits, no extra base hits, no homers, and 5 RBIs as the changeup strays high and away. A walk for Dallas Brooks, his first trip to the plate. That came to lead off the top of the second. Peak had Slanker off a second. The 1-1's driven to deep center field. Ranging over is Sturgis, and he'll make the catch to conclude a scoreless top of the 4th for Grady Bivens as the Commodores played a hit but are unable to plate a run. 3.5 through. It's 1-0 Falmouth on Falmouth Commodores Radio on Cape League TV.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be a long-standing supporter of the Cape Cod Baseball League and its contribution to the local economy as a treasured summer attraction. Cape Cod 5 is a community bank serving customers throughout Cape Cod, the islands, and southeastern Massachusetts. Founded in 1855, the bank's mission is to enrich the lives of those it serves, while contributing to the health and vitality of its communities. Cape Cod 5 provides a full range of banking solutions, including personal and business banking, residential mortgages, investment management, and trust services. Cape Cod 5, a community bank committed to service. 1-0 the Commodores lead as we move bottom of the 4th inning. Christian Aiello is back on the mound for the Commodores. He'll face the 2, 3, and 4 in the Kettleers order. Dawson Park, Jake Hanley, and J.J. Moran. It's Dawson Park, right-handed hitting shortstop to lead off. First pitch from Aiello's driven to deep center. Peralta ranges over. He's got a play on it, and he puts it away for the first out. So Aiello continues to cruise. 3 1/3 of scoreless ball, and the base is empty and 1 out for the lefty hitting first baseman Jake Hanley. Aiello into his wind, delivers breaking ball, knee-high, called strike inside corner.
Right, the only hit that Aiello has given up was the very soft ground ball to Conus where he couldn't get it to first in time.
0-1, breaking ball that time, outside corner, elevates it at the letters. At 74 miles an hour, it's 0-2.
That curve is normally in a low 70s spot.
Aiello struck out the side at the bottom of the 3rd. Looks for his first strikeout of the 4th as he deals a fastball away. And you're right, because of how slow that breaking ball is, Tim, then he's able to play off it with a high fastball that's only 85 to 88, like you mentioned, but it might come in to a hitter's eyes, says a lot more. 1-2, breaking ball, it's a rollover. Jam shot on the ground to second base, where Conus fields to his forehand side, throws to first in time for the second out.
Almost seemed like to me that Conus was even more ready for that ground ball to come in softly after the first one that got to him, and he couldn't quite get there in time. That one chopped up a little bit more, though.
Eastern Propane and Oil is proud to support Cape Cod's hometown heroes in the Cape Cod Baseball League. If you're an active duty military member, a veteran, police, fire, or EMT personnel, you are eligible for a discount. Visit eastern.com for more information. Eastern Propane and Oil, proud to serve those who serve. 1-0 Commodores, bottom of the 4th inning, 2 outs, base is empty. lefty on righty matchup. It's the third baseman, J.J. Moran, who gets clipped inside. Fastball caught him up in the arm area, and he's down to first with 2 out.
Yeah, it's just one pitch. It's not a big deal at all. Aiello's had so much control this whole game. Sometimes he can get away from you.
So it's the lefty hitting right fielder, Landon Beaver, to come to the plate. In an all-lefty matchup, 1 on with 2 out. As time called, Joe Gravina asking Aiello to make eye contact with Beaver. Interesting with the pace that Aiello works at, Tim. Certainly has to be more mindful of that happening. Deals a fastball away.
Right, you sometimes get into such a groove of how quick you're going, and you have to be more careful with a runner on first now. They can pick up on some rhythm.
1-0, fastball away. Moran, a summer league journeyman, began with the Walla Walla Sweets in the West Coast League in 2024. Played for Eau Claire in the Northwoods League last summer in 2025. Now his first time on Cape Cod here in 2026. 20 games so far for Beaver, a .234 batting average. Takes an 83-mile-an-hour fastball for a called strike, and it's 2-1. Beaver, a native of Phoenix City, Alabama. Second-year attendee, the University of Alabama, Birmingham. Fastball just misses at the top of the zone. Caught plenty of plate, but Joe Gravina says hi, 3-1. (3-1) with 2 out, as it's lined into right field for a base hit. Stopping at second base is Moran on a 2-out single for Landon Beaver. Second hit of the ball game for the Kettleers. 2 on with 2 out.
And a little bit fortunate that the ball was hit hard enough into right field that the runner in Moran couldn't advance to third base.
It's the righty hitting Jesse DiMaggio. J.J. Moran's at second. Landon Beaver is at first. Tying run and go-ahead run on base. 1-0 lead for the Commodores. Bottom of the fourth inning. 2 on and 2 out. DiMaggio a strikeout to conclude the second, his first trip to the plate as he swings and misses, tipped into the glove of Brooks. Fastball letter high at 85. It's 0-1. Aiello continuing to work quick. Glove at his chin, left side of the rubber, deals, and a ground ball to Drew Turpins. An underhand flip to Konis the short way at second, 6-4, and that does it in the bottom of the fourth inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. 1-0 Commodores as we head to the fifth inning on Cape League TV.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
Introducing Open Cape, the local nonprofit internet service provider in this region. Open Cape's fast and reliable network is 100% fiber optic, providing affordable internet connectivity. To learn more, visit opencape.org and always speak with a live Open Cape representative. Open Cape, providing choice and competition for your home or business and the official internet provider of your Falmouth Commodores.
We are Open Cape.
Veolia North America is a proud supporter of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Veolia North America offers a full spectrum of water, waste, and energy management services, including water and wastewater treatment, energy consulting, resource recovery, and more. Headquartered in Boston, Veolia has more than 10,000 employees working at more than 350 locations across the continent. To learn more, visit veolianorthamerica.com. As we move along to the top of the fifth inning in Cotuit, 1-0 lead for the Commodores. Farrell Hudson alongside Timmy Weiss, third member of our crew, Andrew Hilsman. Our producers, Landon Stills, Skylar Ellis, and Matt Campbell, doing a phenomenal job as always. That'll do it for Grady Bivens after 4 innings of action. He's out of the game as the Commodores and Rob Cooper option to their reliever in Hayes Melville, the right-hander out of the University of Texas at Arlington.
And Melville this season, a 9 ERA on the summer with Cotuit. So a guy that has had some struggles, but really comes into a huge spot. 1-0 up, and Bivens just dealt. So he's only made 2 appearances this season, and his third is a big one.
2 hits apiece in a low-scoring pitcher's duel so far from Lowell Park and Cotuit. As the final line in the ballgame for the right-hander Bivens, he goes 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Season ERA at 3.51. Eligible for defeat, ineligible for victory.
And it's tough for him because he's had 3 losses on the season, Bivens.
Southlake, Texas native in Hayes Melville comes set right side of the rubber. It's the 8-9-1, and the Commodores order in the top of the 5th. Drew Turpins leads off and takes the 93-mile-an-hour fastball high, 1-0. And we've seen Cotuit relievers so far, Tim, this season with a knack for hurling the ball at phenomenal velocity as the 1-0 comes in. Turpins chops it on the ground to third, just foul, scooping it on the forehand side's Moran, but unable to get Turpins as it rolled out of play. We saw Jackson Kircher, the right-hander out of Arkansas for the Bourne Braves, on Wednesday night. He can be upwards of 95. Dylan Wood, his last time out, pitched in relief against the Commodores. A scoreless inning in the top of the 7th back on July 8th in an 8-2 victory for the Kettleers. 1-1, bases empty, no one out. Turpin swings, fouls it off the glove of DiMaggio to the backstop. It's 1-2.
Jordan Stevens against Wareham. That was back on Friday, I guess a week ago now. But he had 97, 98.
And even Garrett Lambert, back when the Commodores saw him on June 26th, it was because of his phenomenal extension that was so hard to pick up. He accrued 12 strikeouts in 5 innings. Breaking ball just off the outside corner at 87. Turpins wisely takes, and it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Deep breath, right side of the rubber from the stretch position. It's an excuse me swing. Roll over on the ground, 3 hops to third. On the backhand side, Moran plays it, throws to first in time. Beautiful play from the Kettleers, third baseman for the first out of the top of the 5th.
That was a nice play. On the run and had to charge in a lot on a slow ground ball. And gets it over to first in time.
So 1 out and the base is empty in the top of the 5th. It's the left-handed hitting Gavin Greger in against the righty Melville. Gavin bounced into a 6-4-3 twin killing his last time up to conclude the 2nd. Both hits on the day for the Commodores belonging to Ben Slanker. As the first offering for the righty Melville is slapped foul from Greger, 0-1. Heard a couple oohs and ahs. Didn't hear a car screen, or car window, shall I say, get shattered.
Which is something we have heard in the past when we are hearing Cotuit.
Oh, on to Greger, swing and a miss. He's behind the fastball, outside corner, letter high at 94. Greger, the second-year Falmouth Commodore. We'll wait a 1-2, bases empty, 1 out, top of the 5th. 314 hitter in 51 games at Bryant here in 2026. Takes the fastball high, up to 95 that time as Melville. 2-homer, 26 RBI season, 59 hits for Greger in the A-10, 9 extra base hits. 1-2 incoming with 1 out as he sprays it on the ground to the forehand side of shortstop, ranging over is Park. Throws to first, and on the backhand side, Handley holds the bag. A nice play on both ends, 6-3, 2 outs. So with the bases empty and 2 out, already on lefty matchup in store. Commodores back to the top of the batting order. It's Fabio Peralta. Melville looking to complete an impeccable fifth inning of work as Peralta sprays it into right center field. That's going to drop down for a base hit in the alleyway. Cutting it off in the gap in right center's Beaver. Coasting into second, sliding head first is Fabio Peralta, and he's safe just under the tag of Coy. A 2-out double for Peralta.
Well, I think it's safe to say that Fabio Peralta might be the only player on the Commodores that's getting into second base safe right there. He was flying around first base. He knew immediately off the bat he wanted to get second on that hit. And he just snuck under the tag at short by Dawson Park.
And if you're the Kettleers and Rob Cooper, you certainly appreciate the tenacity of your right fielder in Landon Beaver, who cut that ball off in the gap with such ease. Blazing speed, made a great throw to second base as Braden Jeffries digs in, and he takes a fastball at the top of the zone for a called strike. Nothing in one with 2 out. In the top of the fifth, a 1-0 lead for the Commodores at Lowell Park in Cotuit. Final trip for the Commodores here to Lowell Park this season. Grounded to second, cutting it off at first base, slipping and not having a play is Handley. Now throwing to third, Peralta's coming home. Throw to the plate high. Fabio scores. It's 2-0 Commodores. In the process, up to second is Braden Jeffries. And wow, what an unconventional play. An RBI likely, or not likely, will not be awarded when all said and done, a 2-0 lead.
Crazy play right there as the first baseman, Jake Handley, slips. And then Peralta's rounding third base because he sees him slips and then realizes he's too far off of third base. The throw comes from Handley to Moran to third. And once Peralta realized that, he took off for home base, which is the exact thing to do as a runner in that situation. And with his speed, he scores.
So Falmouth doubles their lead, and it's a righty-lefty matchup for Carter White as he puts one in play. Shallow center field, that's going to drop down for a base hit. Jeffries gets the wave around third. He comes to the plate without a throw. An RBI single for Carter White makes it 3-0 Commodores.
All righty, that's a way to get the offense going. 3-0. Couple of base hits strung together. That's big stuff for the Commodores.
We've seen 2-out hitting on display so far today. Ben Slanker, an RBI single in the top of the first with 2 out. And now here, a 2-run rally by the Commodores in the top of the fifth. Breaking ball strike inside corner to the righty hitting Putty. It's 0-1. Especially after how quick Hayes Melville got his first 2 outs. Grounders off the bat of both Turpins and Gregor. Since then, Commodores have made him pay. Swing and a miss. Buried the breaking ball even lower that time on the outside corner. It's 0-2. Going to have to wait for the official scoring on that play, Tim. I saw an error, not an extra hit though. I'd imagine it would go down as an infield single for Jeffries as the breaking ball fouled off by Putty. For now, I have it as an E5 that allowed Peralta to score and an infield single for Jeffries, no RBI. Again, we'll confirm the scoring as a fastball swing and a miss from Putty. He's down on strikes to conclude the top of the fifth, but not before 2 runs on 2 hits, an error, and a runner left on base. Commodores lead 3-0 halfway home. Timmy Weiss will have you on the other side of the break on play-by-play here on Cape League TV.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
We roll along at Lowell Park. Timmy Weiss and Farrell Hudson with you as the Commodores now hold a 3-0 lead over Cotuit. And the offense waking up in the top of the 5th. A couple of singles and a crazy play as well, and the Commodores score 2 runs.
How about that? Incredible, and it's because of Fabio Peralta, who was on third base and saw the slip from Braden Jeffries, which allowed Peralta to easily cross the plate. There's one word to describe Fabio. It's an opportunist. We saw the stolen base in the top of the 1st, and it's wizardry on the bases right there, taking the extra 90 feet that allowed the Commodores to build their lead.
To lead off this inning, it's still the left-hander, Christian Aiello, on the mound. He's been dealing. He faces Isaac Sturgis. It's lined up the middle for a base hit right on the first pitch of the bottom of the 5th. Cotuit has its first runner of the inning.
3 consecutive innings with a hit for the Kettleers against Christian Aiello. The one focal point of concern for Aiello for the rest of the game will just be hanging that breaking ball. Sturgis got it, let her high, and he's able to easily deposit it right back up the middle.
It brings up Will Platter, the 8-hitter, from the right side. Sturgis on first. 3-0 Falmouth over Cotuit in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch is low and outside. It's 1-0. And you go back to Peralta. He created those runs. He gets to second on a ball that no player should be getting to second on a double. That pitch is low and outside. Similar spot, 2-0 to Plattner. But him beating out that double, then forces the error at third base, takes off for home base, makes it 2-0, and the Doors rally to get a third. 2-0 is inside, and it's 3-0 to Plattner. First little bit of trouble we've seen from Aiello. He's been so solid today. Just 3 hits allowed through 4 innings. The 3-0, Plattner was not swinging, and it's in there for strike 1.
Throw him a low fastball here. He either takes or grounds it.
3-1 is grounded right at the shortstop. Turpins over to second for 1, on to first for 2. A double play for the Commodores, and there's 2 down in the bottom of the 5th. Still 3-0 Doors over Cotuit.
And that's exactly what I meant right there. Throw it low in the zone. He's sitting in a good fastball count. Good hitters count at 3-1. And on a pitch that would still be borderline to swing at, figured you could get a ground ball, and that's exactly a pitcher's best friend.
Brings up Ryan Taransky from the left side. We have 2 down. No one on base for Cotuit. First pitch in there for strike 1. And with Plattner back in the lineup today, it's a really cool story with Cotuit. They actually had a bullpen catcher play against Bourne the other day. Something you don't really see often. The 0-1 is outside, and it's 1-1. Made his debut against Bourne. He was a D3 baseball player at Wheaton College, which is in Massachusetts, close by to Worcester. Timeout by the home plate umpire.
And Joe Gravina's calling it a ball because that's the second time in which Aiello has failed to disengage in terms of eye contact with a Cotuit hitter.
But Plattner was on the IL, and that's why the bullpen catcher could get activated. 1-2 is in there for now 1-2. Sorry, excuse me. Now 2-2 because it was 2 balls on the pitch before that was called a ball. So 2-2, 2 down. The pitch in there for strike 3. Aiello gets him looking, and he's a strikeout machine right now. 3-0 Falmouth over Cotuit. We head to the 6th on Cape League TV.
Are you looking for that perfect pregame meal? Supreme Pizza has you covered. Its extensive menu has everything from pies and calzones to salads and subs. And with its online ordering system, delicious food is just one click away.
It's an honor to support the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Supreme Pizza is open every day of the week. Order online or stop by their store located at 147 T-Ticket Highway and try a slice today.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
The Better Business Bureau is a proud supporter of the Cape Cod Baseball League. For trust that's built locally, turn to the Better Business Bureau. BBB helps you find businesses you can rely on and avoid scams. Before you make your next play off the field, visit BBB.com. Now enjoy the game. That's exactly what Falmouth is doing right now, up 3-0 in the top of the 6th. Due up for Falmouth this inning, Ben Slinker, Ty Konis, and Dallas Brooks. Facing the right-handed pitcher, Hayes Melville, who's out for his second inning with Cotuit. Ben Slinker steps up to the plate. First pitch from Melville, inside. Slinker kicks up his back left leg to avoid it, and it's 1-0. Really a great day from Ben Slinker so far. An RBI single in the first and a single in the fourth. The 1-0 is big cut by Slinker. He misses. 1-1.
That's a hack of confidence. 1-0, not taking. Get a fastball. Top of the zone at 94. Good pitch to drive.
Cape League All-Star participating in the Home Run Derby tomorrow before the All-Star game. 1-1 is flied hard down the left field line. Foul, out of play. For Falmouth, the runs today, 1 run in the first inning, and then 2 runs in the top of the 5th. 5 hits on the day, 3-0. The 1-2. Just outside, off-speed pitch from Melville. Up until that double from Fabio Peralta in the top of the 5th, Falmouth had just 1 of 11 base runners reach. It's flied high up in the air. The catcher, DiMaggio, is under it. Now it's drifting to the right. The third baseman, Moran, comes out of nowhere to make the catch.
It's always the most dangerous play in baseball, Tim. You just don't know who's going to get it, but like you mentioned, at the last second, Moran swoops in. I couldn't even find it for a second from our vantage point right behind home plate. Tough play, nonetheless well made by the Kettleers.
And Moran didn't even seem like he had a chance at making that play. It was the pitcher in Melville and DiMaggio who I thought might make the play, but lunged and got it. 1 down, 3-0. First pitch to Konis. He's outside. 1-0 to Ty Konis. Another Cape League All-Star who's having a phenomenal season with the Doors. Recently transferred to Texas Tech as he grounds it right at the third baseman, Moran. He has a lot of time, hucks it over to first, and gets him. And there's 2 down in the top of the 6th, 3-0.
It's small fundamentals, but the footwork, I've already touched up on it, of the first baseman, Jake Hanley, very impressive. It just gets a high throw from Moran, just softly adjusts his feet and corrals it in on the backhand side. It's been impressive to watch the defensive clinic he's put on at first base all day today.
So with 2 down, Dallas Brooks comes up from the left side. First pitch from Melville. High and outside, it's 1-0. And Falmouth offensively has struggled a lot over these last couple of games. As the 1-0 comes in, and it's cut on and missed, just tipped by the bat of Brooks, and it's 1-1. But yesterday, the Commodores don't muster up that many runs, 2 runs against Harwich. And you go back to Wednesday, just 1 against Bourne. 1-1 comes in. It's flied out into right center field. It's going to the wall, and it's off the wall. Brooks rounds first base. He's going to second standing up, and he's got a double with 2 down. Commodores have a runner in scoring position, up 3-0.
And it's deja vu all over again for the Commodores' second consecutive inning in which a two-out double has been rocketed in the right center field gap. Last time it was Fabio Peralta, and we know obviously how well the top of the fifth went. Great piece of hitting from Brooks there on an inside heater to the pull side.
Last inning, it led to 2 runs. This inning, still yet to be determined. Drew Turpin's up from the right side with 2 down. The newest position player for the Commodores has only appeared in 2 games. First pitch, inside on Turpin's. Turpin's 1 for 6 on the season, but a guy that knows Coach Dom as well as anyone. Played with him with the Clinton Lumber Kings last summer, where Coach Dom was a part of, and also plays with him with Mount Mercy, where Coach Dom is the head coach. The 1-0 is cut on and missed. It's 1-1.
Coach Dom's still talking about win the day. That's the emphasis with his players. Drew Turpins has heard a lot of that, I'm sure.
I talked to him about it yesterday, and he said it was great to have a reminder about it before the game, as it's inside on Turpins. It's 2-1. But Coach Dom talked about that exact speech, win the day with his team, yesterday before the Harwich game, as a way to kind of help his team get out of this funk. The 2-1, Melville deals. It's cut on and missed. 2-2 with 2 down.
Started like a fastball at the levers and great dip on that 87-mile-an-hour breaking ball at the last moment. Beautifully located from Melville.
Turpin's had 38 RBIs with Mount Mercy. The 2-2 is grounded just left of the third base bag. Kind of stopped on the grass. So it's foul ball, and it stays at 2-2. Melville sets himself a 2-2 count. Checks off the runner, deals, and it's in there for strike 3. Inside part of the plate was close, but gets him, and there's 3 down in the inning. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Falmouth up 3-0 over Cotuit on Cape League TV.
Introducing Open Cape, the local nonprofit internet service provider in this region. Open Cape's fast and reliable network is 100% fiber optic, providing affordable internet connectivity. To learn more, visit opencape.org and always speak with a live Open Cape representative. Open Cape, providing choice and competition for your home or business and the official internet provider of your Falmouth Commodores.
We are Open Cape.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
Back for more Falmouth baseball as we enter the bottom of the 6th. And guess what? No surprise, Christian Aiello is back out on the mound for Falmouth. He has been wheeling and dealing in his first start in a Commodore uniform, and this is nothing new for him. He's a high strikeout guy in his first couple of starts in the Appy League with Burlington this summer. 35 strikeouts, 9 walks in 22 innings. And he has not walked a batter, has 7 Ks to this point in the day. One more would give him the season high for Commodores pitching on only 65 pitches. He continues to roll on, and it's just a question of if rather than when he's going to leave this ballgame.
Thank you so much, Andrew, and we welcome you back to the Lowell Park, and it's 3-0. Commodores over Cotuit. Bottom of the 6th, first pitch from Aiello this inning is in there for a strike to the leadoff hitter, Noah Coy. He has 66 pitches now and 43 for strikes. The 0-1 comes in. It's lined out into left center field. This one is going to drop down. It hits off the wall. Coy rounds first. He's into second. with a leadoff double. So Cotuit finally getting some momentum going. Their first extra base hit of the day, and there's no outs.
I think if you sign me up, though, for 5 innings plus of scoreless ball, the amount of strikeouts that Aiello's accrued, 7 through 5 innings and 4 hits, I'd sign up for that any day in a 3-0 lead, and it's because of Aiello's ability to get ahead in the counts. You mentioned 65% strikes with now 44 strikes, 23 balls on 67 pitches. Look to mow down the rest of the Kettleers here in the 6th.
So it's Coy on second and Dawson Park at the plate. First pitch is outside and low. It's 1-0. No outs in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch is inside on Park, and it's 2-0. But something that Aiello has done really his whole career, especially this season in the spring, his strikeout to walk ratio was over 3, more than 1 better than any Bronx pitcher on Ryder. The 2-0 is low, so it's 3-0 to Dawson Park. Still yet to give that first walk of the day. Tough spot here, but a runner on second and Coy, you can't give up a cookie. The 3-0 in there for strike 1, off-speed pitch.
It's been locating well, especially behind in the count at the bottom of the zone today, Tim.
Three-one count to Dawson Park. Aiello deals. It's high, and there is that first walk of the day for Aiello. Coach Dom stays in his dugout, though, still giving him reins of the ball. But there is runners on first and second, and the tying run is coming to the plate. Now, we do see the pitching coach, Paul Evans, coming to the mound.
And that's exactly what I was about to touch up on, because you have one of the best RBI guys on deck right now. Should Jake Hanley be able to move over his teammates and Noah Coy to third and Dawson Park to second, you have a combined, in the last season, 18 homers and 79 RBIs in just 103 games coming to the plate in J.J. Moran, who would be the tying run with 1 out. Great RBI power. So if you're Coach Evans right now, you got to be talking about A.J. Putty has to be all the way in at first. Braden Jeffries anticipating the bunt with his speed can crash in if he needs to, play even with the bag at third. But a very important time here against the middle of the order. This is Cotuit's best chance right now to get back in the ball game down 3.
So the first walk of the game for Aiello, but still, this is something that Falmouth has struggled with all season long. 135 walks entering today, which was the second most on the Cape to just Cotuit, and to just allow 1 through 5 innings so far has been very impressive. But now, the biggest spot of his first appearance as a Commodore, first pitch to Hanley inside a check swing, but did not offer. It's 1-0. Jake Hanley leads Cotuit with 3 bombs this season. A power bat from the left side. The 1-0 is grounded just left of the first base bag, and it's 1-1. This game's so critical for both teams. Tied at third place in the West Division at 22 points. A win would put them above one another before the All-Star break. The 1-1 is outside, and it's 2-1 to Hanley. Hanley 0 for 2 today, struck out in the first, and grounded out to second in the fourth. Aiello sets himself the 2-1 pitch. Just outside, 3-1. And Aiello continuing to work at a very quick pace, not slowing down as the innings grow longer for him today. 3-1 count to Hanley. The pitch is grounded very softly at the second baseman, Konis. He gets it to second in time. No throw onto first as there was no time for Turpins to get it over there. But there is now one down. Runners at the corners for J.J. Moran.
But I love that play right there from Ty Konis. That is a fielder saying, I have confidence that I can make a toss to the second base bag with great arm strength and velocity, and Drew Turpins with his footwork was able to hold the bag. Very important to get the lead runner because now you set up a double play with one out to get the Commodores out of the inning, but unfortunately it's not going to be Christian Aiello able to get out of the inning.
With one out, there comes Jack Dom, and he is going to pull out Christian Aiello, who made a phenomenal first start with the Doors. No runs, but runners on the corners with one out in the bottom of the sixth. We will take a quick step aside, but we'll be right back on Cape League TV. We are back at Lowell Park, and it's a big spot for the Doors. Up 3-0, but in a big spot with runners at the corners. Fisher Cantrell steps onto the mound for the Commodores.
And Cantrell, a fellow Jacksonville State Gamecock, relieving his teammate Christian Aiello, who was phenomenal. In his first start as a Falmouth Commodore, allowed only 4 hits. Runners right now, his responsibility, but as it stands, no runs, no earned. Fisher Cantrell the last time out on Monday night against the Wareham Gatemen. 3 innings in relief after Caniel Rosado, 1 run, 2 hits. No errors, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Season ERA at 2.25.
Cantrell has allowed just 1 run this season, 1 earned run. He throws back to first to check on the runner in Jake Hanley, or J.J. Moran. Pitch is low, and it's 1-0 here to J.J. Moran. 1 down, runners at the corners. It's Hanley at first and Coy at third. He led off the inning with a double. The 1-0 outside, and it's 2-0 to J.J. Moran. This is a really tough spot to come into. A game your team desperately needs a win. Cantrell sets and throws high, and it's 3-0.
This is especially tough with Landon Beaver on deck. 1 for 2 today with a single and a fly ball, but 2 very loud pieces of hard contact.
Beaver hit a home run in the first game the Commodores played Cotuit back on July 3rd. The 3-0 from Cantrell outside, and it's ball 4. And the bases are juiced for Landon Beaver.
Jack Dom said it to me a couple weeks ago, Tim. The biggest momentum destroyer potentially, besides a bases loaded strikeout, is a walk after momentum, and a walk especially, he said, on 4 pitches. So tough way for Cantrell to start. Now the bases are jammed for the Kettleers.
And something the Commodores really took for granted this whole game from Christian Aiello, who had just 1 walk his entire appearance, and that came in the 6th inning. So 1 down, first pitch to Beaver, inside, and it's 1-0, and 5 straight balls from Cantrell. Cotuit down 3-0, 4 hits. This is their first time having a runner on third base today. The 1-0, in there for strike 1, catches the outside part of the plate. Big first strike from Cantrell. Bases are juiced for Beaver. Cantrell deals, in there for strike 2. 1-2. Cantrell, a guy that didn't pitch that many innings over his 2 years in college, just 17 innings in his college career. Getting work with the Commodores. The 1-2 is hit right at the third baseman. It's on to second for 1, on to first for 2. A double play. Fisher Cantrell gets out of it. A huge one for the Doors, and that will end the bottom of the 6th. It's 3-0 Commodores over Cotuit. We head to the 7th inning on Cape League TV.
Hi, I'm Jim Murray, owner of Falmouth's historic Clam Shack, now Jim's Clam Shack. Located on scenic Falmouth Harbor, Jim's Clam Shack is a destination for the best seafood and sunsets on the Cape. We're open 7 days a week, so stop by for lunch or join us for dinner on the rooftop deck. Bring the entire family to try our wide selection of seafood and kid-friendly option. We deliver the freshest products to your plates daily. Jim's Clam Shack, proud supporter of the Falmouth Commodores.
Are you looking for that perfect pregame meal? Supreme Pizza has you covered. Its extensive menu has everything from pies and calzones to salads and subs. And with its online ordering system, delicious food is just 1 click away.
It's an honor to support the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Supreme Pizza is open every day of the week. Order online or stop by their store located at 147 T-Ticket Highway and try a slice today.
So we're into the 7th inning at Lowell Park, and it's been an exciting one so far. 3-0 Commodores over Cotuit. And it is a new pitcher on the mound for Cotuit. So coming out in relief of Hayes Melville, it's Ryan Buckler from Florida Atlantic with 6.91 ERA on the season.
And Buckler, a local native, born just 10 minutes up the road in Marston's Mills, little hamlet right outside Cotuit here. Attended the Winchendon School for high school. 22-year-old, originally an attendee of Florida Atlantic University, or rather, most recently with Florida Atlantic. Second summer in Cotuit, 14 1/3 innings of action this year with the Kettleers to play off his 27 1/3 last year. And as you mentioned, ERA just south of 7, 1-2 record, and 10 strikeouts. Walks at a very low 2. He's given up a couple more hits, though, than he would have liked. 18 across 14 1/3. And for the Commodores, what a end to the bottom of the 6th. Braden Jeffries, as smooth as can be, handling that rocket off the bat of Landon Beaver to end the 6th.
There's a reason they call him a Gold Glover. He had a Gold Glove with Michigan this past spring. So for the Commodores this inning, it's Gavin Greger, Peralta, and Jeffries, who just made the big double play to get out of the bottom of the 6th. First pitch coming up from Buckler. Here it is. In there for strike 1 on Gavin Greger. Greger, who is certainly happy to be back in the lineup with the Doors. Down 0-1. The pitch is fouled backwards, and it's 0-2. Commodores did get a runner to second back in the top of the 6th. That was Dallas Brooks, a 2-out double. But then Drew Turpin struck out looking to end that inning. The 0-2 is fouled back by Gregor. Just got a piece.
Just hope it doesn't get our crowd mic, Tim.
Right.
Hit on the wall right by there.
I think we hope that for the viewers. We don't want them to hear that. Pop their ears out. 0-2 to Gavin Gregor. The pitch is cut on and missed. A drop third strike. The throw has to come down from DiMaggio to first. And a lunging play by Jake Hanley, but gets him at first for the first out of the top of the 7th.
For Gregor, an 0 for 3 day, but that's also a little bit expected. You're returning to the lineup. You got to get your groove again, especially for a guy who can hit for a great average. It won't be long before Gavin Gregor seeing those 1-2 breaking balls in the dirt and laying off them again.
Certainly a guy who, when he left the team, was tied for the most hits on the doors early in the season, a week in when he got hurt. First pitch to Peralta. It is grounded softly at the first baseman, Hanley. A tough play at first, over to the pitcher. It's in time. Buckler had to get over there, and he did. 2 down.
Nice play. That's why they work on those PFPs in spring training. I allude to it all the time, but good hustle and good footwork for Hanley to scoop the backhand. And an easy underhand toss, but Fabio Peralta made that play a lot closer than most athletes would.
He's already had some base craziness today. Got to second on what should not have been a double, and then got to home base on a crazy play. As the first pitch to Braden Jeffries is outside, it's 1-0. I still am stunned that Peralta got into second on a ball that was in right center but cut off. It wasn't at the wall. The 1-0 to Jeffries. Big swing on a looping curveball. And it's 1-1. But here's a guy in Jeffries who has looked like a stud recently, hitting .364 over the last week, the second highest in the West Division. Pitch is over the head of the first baseman, just foul. It's a good piece down low in the zone that Jeffries picked it up.
It's so much so that our first base umpire, Will Bowers, had to get out of the way. Lucky that was a definitive foul ball, because that was very close for a second there to hugging the line. And by the way, when has Braden Jeffries never not been on? .320 batting average here on the Cape? Are you kidding?
The 1-2 is through and caught. No, it's dropped by the first baseman, Hanley. It was a bloop that he couldn't quite reach, and Jeffries gets to first. We'll see if they call it a single or an error, but certainly a tough play for Hanley at first.
And because of it being a tough play, ranging to his backhand side, but you also wonder, because he held on to the ball for a split second, if they'll rule that an error.
Caught it for a second.
That's a tough in-between play. We always debate sometimes when it comes down to a score giving a hit or error. Usually we have a definitive answer. There, I feel like it could go either way.
Mm-hmm. So the Commodores have another base runner on with 2 outs. First pitch to Carter White, outside. It's back-to-back-to-back innings that the Commodores have gotten their first runner on of the inning with 2 outs. 2 down, 3-0 Falmouth over Cotuit, top of the 7th. 1-0 is a big cut by White. He misses. White as well has started on a hot streak with the Doors, but has not gotten a hit in the last 2 games. Got a hit back in the 5th today. Has reached base twice as well. Walked back in the 1st. In the 3rd, he grounded out to second. 1-1 count. The pitch is hit hard right at the first baseman, Hanley. A nice stop with his body in front of it. That will end the top of the 7th. Still 3-0 Falmouth over Cotuit. We head to the bottom of the 7th on Cape League TV.
you need to dig, lift, move, grade, clear, or cut, pump, weld, clean, light, and just about anything else, dial up the rental source for the newest and the most reliable equipment in New England. Staffed with equipment and construction experts, Milton Rents, your local source.
Cape Cod Healthcare is proud to help support tonight's game with a reminder that if you need urgent care this summer, the team at Cape Cod Healthcare is here for you with high-quality, full-service, walk-in care at 6 urgent care locations from Plymouth to Orleans. Staffed by board-certified ER providers, Cape Cod Healthcare urgent care centers are open daily and offer timely treatment for everything from sprains to stitches. Check walk-in wait times or schedule an appointment at www.capecodhealthcare.com. So we welcome you back, and it is a 3-0 game. Falmouth over Cotuit. Fisher Cantrell still on the mound for the Doors, and what an end he had to that top of the 6th. A double play with the bases loaded. A huge spot. Gets out of it.
2 straight innings with a double play with a runner on for the Commodores.
First pitch here to Jesse DiMaggio is a strike, so it's 0-1. That was the one thing he struggled with a little bit in that first inning, is he didn't quite have the strike zone under control. The 0-1 is flied out into right field, sits up pretty for Gavin Greger, doesn't have to move, and makes the play, 1 down in the bottom of the 7th.
And that's it. Just throw strikes, rely on your defense. You have a 3-run lead, 8 outs to go. Nothing too crazy.
Falmouth 8 outs away from their first win since Saturday against Bourne. Been nearly a week. First pitch into Sturgis is outside, and it's 1-0. Sturgis 1 for 2, struck out in the 3rd and singled in the 5th. The 1-0 Cantrell deals inside, and it's 2-0. Cantrell sets himself with his glove at his face, the 2-0. He deals inside, and it's 3-0. Falling behind in the count to Isaac Sturgis. Falmouth has not scored many runs recently. The last time they scored more than 3 runs was on Saturday against Bourne, their last win. Or actually rather against Brewster, as that ball goes outside, and it's ball 4. That was on Sunday when the Doors tied 7-7.
What a crazy game that was, right? It isn't over until it's over. Commodores had a 7-4 lead entering the bottom of the 8th inning, and Brewster was able to come back in time with 6 outs to go.
And that a really strong Brewster team, so you certainly don't feel the worst about it. You still get a point against a Brewster team in 2nd place in the East Division. First pitch from Cantrell to Will Plattner inside, and it's 1-0.
How about this? The YD Red Sox, after 27 games, 43 points, 21-5-1, have already clinched a playoff spot in the East Division.
It's insane.
And really, Brewster not that far behind either, Tim. 2.5 games or 5 points behind as we do it here in the Cape League standings. 18-7-2.
Brewster with a win or 2 and an Orleans loss or 2 could be clinching a playoff spot as well.
How about Brewster? 8-1-1 in their last 10.
1-0 is cut on and missed by Plattner.
It's truly amazing because the Whitecaps started 5-5-1 in their opening 11 games, and since then have gotten 13-2-1 in their last 16.
And to think Falmouth easily could have given them that 3rd loss over that span. That's a good sign for the Doors. 1-1 is cut backwards, and it's 1-2 on Plattner.
Only a 1-run loss on June 15th in Game 3 to the YD Red Sox at Red Wilson Field. Commodores have beat the Bourne Braves this year in first place in the West Division.
Commodores have beat Brewster back in the second game of the season and lost by 1 the second time they played them at Gov Fuller Field. 1-2 is fouled back by Plattner.
Right off the Daktronics pitch clock scoreboard, which conveniently has grates in front of the clock so it doesn't have a seizure.
I don't think anyone here at this ballpark would like to see that, so certainly a good decision to have the protective gear. 1-2 count. The pitch is grounded up the middle and through a diving Turpins. It's a single for Will Plattner. With 1 down, 3-0, Falmouth over Cotuit in the bottom of the 7th.
Cotuit has been steady for 5 innings straight with at least a hit apiece each inning, but what's been more consistent are the Commodores' ability to escape a jam as Jack Dom's going to come to the mound. Fisher Cantrell slumps shoulders, not necessarily thrilled. So it seems like this might be the end of the line for Cantrell.
So Dom cruises out to the mound. It seems like this is going to be it as Dom claps it up for his right-handed pitcher, Cantrell. That will be the day for him, but another big spot with a pitcher being taken out. It's 3-0 Falmouth over Cotuit with 1 down in the bottom of the 7th. We'll be right back on Cape League TV. Back at Lowell Park, and it's a big spot for the Commodores, and it's a huge spot for the left-handed pitcher, Cason Murphy, who you feel pretty good about being in this spot. He's been a good pitcher for the Doors this season.
Over a strikeout per inning, a 2-0 win-loss record, 7 games. This will be his 8th appearance, all in relief. He looked really, really solid. Only allowed 1 homer, 11 base runners, a little bit high, whip at 1.25. But for Murphy, it's been low-hitting balls, low in the zone. Also, that breaking ball with 2 strikes, as we saw on display against Hyannis last week, phenomenal.
Has already appeared in 7 games this season with the Doors. Only 2 other pitchers have appeared in more this season. That's Logan Pecor and Jack Durso. Durso now no longer on the roster for the Doors. Made his last appearance at Bourne on Wednesday. So it's 1 out for Cason Murphy. Runners on first and second. And it brings up the 9-hitter, Ryan Turansky. Murphy steps off of the rubber and throws back to second just to check on the runner, Isaac Sturgis. Sturgis reached on a walk, and Plattner reached on a single. Back-to-back batters for Cotuit after the first out of the inning. The pitch from Murphy is high to Turansky. Murphy was excellent his last appearance against Hyannis. 4 innings of no-hit ball. One 1-0 for Murphy is a lousy swing from Turansky.
It's because he was selling out for the fastball, Tim. It's totally what he expected there. And that's that nasty hook from Murphy that worked to perfection on Tuesday night.
Murphy, the rising junior at Louisville. 1-1. It's cut on in, just tipped off the bat. Back into the catcher's glove in Brooks. 1-2 count. The Doors looking for their first strikeout as it's flied out into left field, and it drops into the gap. The runner is going all the way around third. Sturgis is coming in to score as the ball couldn't be communicated by the Doors. They couldn't grab it up, and it's 3-1 with one down in the bottom of the seventh.
And it looked like that kicked off the glove on the backhand side of Drew Turpins, which was able to evade the glove further of White, as both couldn't get a play on it and it rolled away. So an unfortunate play, but that's where communication becomes imperative. Now it becomes a 2-run game, still 7 outs to go. You don't want to let it get out of control because of small controllables like that the Commodores can just use better communication.
And excuse me, I was trying to say the Doors' first strikeout since the 5th, because they have had plenty of strikeouts today with the right-handed pitcher, Christian Aiello. The 0-1. The first pitch is now 0-1. Leadoff hitter Noah Coy, who you don't want to face right now on Cape Cod, had a double back in the 6th. Runners on first and second. The 0-1 for Murphy is flied out towards left field. Carter White ranges in, makes the play, and there is 2 down with runners on first and second for Dawson Park.
Huge second out for Murphy to get right there. Just some soft contact. It calms the defense down. Now all you have to worry about is getting the out at any base to end the 7th.
The Commodores got out of an extremely tough spot in the the bottom of the 6th. That was Fisher Cantrell on the mound. He got the double play with 1 out. Now there's 2 outs to Dawson Park. The first pitch is cut on and missed on an outside pitch. Taransky on first, Plattner on second. Murphy on the mound. He deals. Looping pitch in there for strike 2. 0-2 to Dawson Park. The 0-2 from Kaysen Murphy. Here it is, and he gets him swinging. Kaysen Murphy delivers with runners in scoring position. Falmouth up 3-1. We head to the 8th on Cape League TV.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, President of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
Getting into the closing stages of this one at Lowell Park. 3-1 Falmouth over Cotuit in the top of the 8th. Falmouth gets out of a jam yet again. And this time, Kaysen Murphy is the one who gets out of it.
2 more runners left on base for the Kettleers. They've stranded 8 through 7 innings so far. And for Kaysen Murphy, calm, cool, and collected. Even after that play, left field that dropped in. And ideally, I thought there you'd have bases loaded, 1 out, which, heck, that's even just as much of a pressure-filled situation as 2 on with 1 out after a run's already scored. But nice job by Murphy finishing what Fisher Cantrell started. I know Fisher maybe not necessarily thrilled with his outing. 2 walks and no strikeouts, a run, a hit. an earned run in an inning when all's said and done. But it's a team game. The Commodores carry the 2-run lead now into the 8th.
It's still the right-handed Ryan Buckler on the mound. It's fly down the right field line, foul by A.J. Putty. Ben Slinker on deck, Ty Konis in the hole for Falmouth. It is. 3-1 game in the top of the 8th. The pitch is flied out into deeper center field, but Sturgis has plenty of time to range back and makes the play. One down in the top of the 8th. 3-1 Falmouth over Cotuit. Ben Slinker comes up from the left side to face Ryan Buckler. Slinker 2 singles today. Those were his first 2 plate appearances, both singles. The first one an RBI. First pitch outside for ball 1. And that was extremely impressive by Kason Murphy to get out Dawson Park of all people. Park going into today had been hitting .429 as its line just foul of the first base bag. .429 over the last week, which was the highest on the West Division. And Falmouth has held Park hitless today.
Baseball's a very unique sport in the way you can cool down even the hottest of hands.
Ben Slinker's turn, 1-1, and it is grounded right at the second baseman, Coy. He flips it over to first base in time. There's 2 down in the top of the 8th.
If you're Slinker, though, you're taking a 2-for-4 game any day of the week, especially coming in. .222 batting average. It's really just his batting average numbers that were a little bit down, understandably so, from his time at Louisville and past summers.
Brings up Ty Konis, who's 0 for 3 today. First pitch, off speed, in there for strike 1. Falmouth has not had a home run against a team since July 3rd as it's grounded again at the second baseman, Coy. He has a lot of time over to first, gets him, and that is the 3rd out of the top of the 8th. We head to the bottom of the 8th on Cape League TV with a 3-1 game, Falmouth over Cotuit.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, president of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
Welcome back to Commodores Baseball, a 3-1 lead for Falmouth in the bottom of the 8th inning. Farrell Hudson with you. And if you take a trip to Lowell Park, one of the many things you'll hear resonate throughout Lowell Park is "have a hit." It comes from Ivan Partridge, longtime Cotuit Kettleers fan who passed away 9 years ago in 2017 at the age of 91. One of the most boisterous fans you would find here at Lowell Park for the Kettleers, and his legacy still lives on. Every time that the Kettleers have multiple runners in scoring position, have some offensive momentum building, you'll hear "have a hit" blare through the speakers here. You got fans cheering along, kids start to get excited. Overall, just one of the many cool things and unique caveats that happens with the whimsical nature of the Cape Cod League. Tim?
Cotuit has 6 hits today. Thank you, Farrell, for that insight, as it's 3-1 Falmouth over Cotuit. Bottom of the 8th, Cason Murphy's first pitch in there for strike 1 on Jake Hanley. And also, Cotuit had a number of runners in scoring position the last 2 innings. Off-speed pitch from Murphy, just inside. You can see how lethal that curveball is on left-handed hitters. 1-1 for Murphy outside, and it's 2-1. Working quick as well.
Commodores also trying to beat the light here. Both teams try and play a full 9-inning game. No lights at Lowell Park, one of only 3 fields, along with Merrill Red Wilson Field and Stony Brook Field, both in YD and Brewster in the East Division, respectively.
Now that's the thing, Farrell, is at what point in this game does the light become too tough to see, as it's cut on and missed by Hanley? Because right now it's 7:14 and the sun sets at 8:14, but usually at Lowell Park they'll call the game much before the sunset because you really can't see around that time. The 2-2 is lined out into left center field, but on the run is White. He makes the play, and there's one down in the bottom of the 8th. 3-1 Falmouth over Cotuit.
That's been important today as well for the Commodores. They've held Jake Hanley 0 for 3, only reached base once on a 4-6 fielder's choice in the bottom of the 6th.
This game for sole position of 3rd place in the West before the All-Star break, before 7 straight games and 7 straight days. Pitch is in there for strike 1 on J.J. Moran.
Including 4 of which that will be away from Gov Fuller Field.
Against some really tough opponents in the East Division. The 0-1 outside, and it's 1-1 to Moran. Murphy deals, off speed inside, and it's 2-1. And Falmouth, the last time they played Cotuit, it was just over a week ago at Lowell Park, lost 8-2. It was a game the Doors were down and out for most of it. Allowed 4 runs in the 4th inning. In there for strike 2, and it's 2-2. J.J. Moran is 0 for 1 today, but he's reached twice. The pitch in there for strike 3. Cason Murphy with the 2nd out of the bottom of the 8th, and Falmouth has 4 more outs to go for their first win since Saturday.
Beautifully spotted inside fastball there from Cason Murphy, and you could see the stare on Moran's face. Not necessarily befuddled as much as he was just shocked by that pitch selection. Gets frozen at the knees.
9 strikeouts from Commodores pitching today, 7 by Christian Aiello. First pitch to Landon Beaver is a strike. 93 from that fastball from Murphy, one of the fastest we've seen today. 1-2 for Murphy is grounded very softly at Jeffries. Over to first, that's the 3rd out of the bottom of the 8th. Commodores lead it 3-1 over the Kettleers. We head to the 9th inning on Cape League TV.
Are you looking for that perfect pregame meal? Supreme Pizza has you covered. Its extensive menu has everything from pies and calzones to salads and subs. And with its online ordering system, delicious food is just one click away.
It's an honor to support the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Supreme Pizza is open every day of the week. Order online or stop by their store located at 147 T-Ticket Highway and try a slice today.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, president of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
For one more inning, at Lowell Park, unless there is extras, it's 3-1 Falmouth over Cotuit at Lowell Park. It's still the right-handed pitcher, Ryan Buckler, on the mound. The Doors trying to grab some insurance runs in the top of the ninth. And to do this inning, it is Dallas Brooks, Drew Turpins, and Gavin Greger.
And Tim, I'm not entirely sure about Jack Dom's game plan going into the bottom of the ninth inning, but I'd totally throw Kason Murphy back out there. He was as smooth as could possibly be in that bottom of the eighth inning. Efficiency has been the name of the game for Commodore pitching. On top of the 9 strikeouts, as you already mentioned.
He's been strong all season, especially recently, though. Looks like he's finding his stride on the Cape Cod Baseball League. Ryan Buckler sets himself the first pitch to Dallas Brooks. Off speed in there for strike one. Curveball at 77. The 0-1. In there for strike two, and it's 0-2 quickly to Dallas Brooks. Brooks is 1 for 2 today. Had a double back in the 6th. He's starting to rack up the doubles. That's 2 in his last 3 games. Also had one against Bourne on Wednesday. The pitch is low, and it's stopped by the catcher, DiMaggio. That double, though, was with 2 outs back in the 6th, and the Doors couldn't get Brooks across, and it remains 3-1. The first Doors haven't scored a run since the 5th. The 1-2 is chopped very softly right at the second baseman, Coy. He's got to get it over quick, and he does. 1 down in the top of the 9th. 3-1 Falmouth over Cotuit.
Well, a fact that exists but does not matter. 3 consecutive ground balls to second base. Last 3 Commodores batters, Ben Slinker and Ty Konis to end the top of the 8th, and now Dallas Brooks to begin the 9th. And Coy putting on a nice defensive clinic. I'm sure Kettleers and Rob Cooper Hart might have skipped an extra beat with that underhanded flip. Again, made very close by Dallas Brooks' speed down the line.
He's had 5 plays at second base today. Brings up Turpins.
20%
It's right up the middle for a base hit. Put it straight back in front of where the pitch came. And he's got a single with 1 down in the top of the 9th.
8th hit of the day for the Commodores. Up 2 in the hit department, 2 in the run department. And as you mentioned, that's the sign of a great piece of hitting. Right back to where it came from, Tim.
Brings up Gavin Greger from the left side. The Commodores, the last 3 games in a row, have had exactly 5 hits. So surpassed that by 3 already today. Pitch back to first. A throwback to first. Still 0-0 on Greger. The first pitch awaits him with 1 down in the top of the 9th. Buckler deals. It's high to Greger. Just 2 runs on Monday against Wareham. Then on Tuesday against Hyannis, shut out for the 2nd time this season, the 1-0. Cut on miss by Greger. And then just 3 runs in the last 2 days for the Doors. So 3 runs might not seem like a lot, but it's better than the last 4 games for the Doors. 1-1 with 1 out. Here comes the runner. The throw comes down to second. It is not in time. It's a stolen base for Drew Turpins. The Commodores have a runner on second with 1 down in the top of the 9th.
And you talk about that insurance run being so important, Tim. Drew Turpins knows that. As he runs on a breaking pitch, is able to get into scoring position.
Gavin Greger in a huge spot. The pitch is grounded right at the first baseman, Hanley. He tosses over to the pitcher. Buckler taps first base, but the runner in Turpins does advance to third base. There is now 2 down, though, in the top of the 9th.
And let's get you your scores across Cape Cod. At the end of 7 innings, it's 6-0 YD over Harwich at White House Field, which are preparing for the All-Star festivities to occur tomorrow. You got Chatham at Brewster. 4-4 game in the bottom of the 6th.
First pitch to Peralta is outside.
Bourne over Wareham, 1-0 in the top of the 5th inning. 2 runners on for the Gatemen at Doran Park. Hyannis and Orleans, no score at Eldridge Park out in Orleans.
Turpin's on third, 2 outs, Peralta at the plate. The pitch outside, and it's 2-0 to Peralta.
Kelly
Fabio
Nicholson.
is 1 for 3 today, a double back in the 5th.
It was Kelly Nicholson managing the East Division All-Stars tomorrow, manager of the Orleans Firebirds.
2-0 outside, and it's 3-0 to Peralta. Peralta ended a 4-game streak with no hits yesterday against Harwich, where he also had an RBI for the first time since Sunday. Pitch is in there for strike 1, and it's 3-1. The 3-1 pitch from Buckler, outside, and Peralta takes his base. The Commodores have runners at first and third with 2 outs, and the 2-hitter, Braden Jeffries, comes up to the plate.
Jeffries so far has had himself quite the solid day, 2 for 4, 2 infield singles. He's come around to score in the 5th inning.
Jeffries has had 2 hits in half of his games this season, including today. Exactly who you want up at the plate. First pitch, outside. And with that hit, he extends his hitting streak to 9 games. Longest streak on the Commodores. Here comes the runner, Peralta, to second. There's no throw that comes in, but it is a strike on Jeffries. It's 1-1 with 2 down. Runners on second and third. 1 hit could make this a 5-1 ball game. Jeffries 6 RBIs on the season. The pitch is fouled backwards. 1-2. And the Commodores, as things stand at 3 runs, have not won a game this season when they score 3 or fewer.
Always time for a
0-14
first.
and 1. This could be the hit that gets them over the magic mark. The 1-2 with 2 outs is a very soft hit. It's ranging just foul of the third base line. That was a bizarre spinning ball that just kicked past the dirt.
And you're hoping it would stay on the grass because the way the line is here at Lowell Park, the grass is a fair ball. Anything on the dirt is a foul ball. Very interesting setup.
It is quite weird. You don't see that at many ballparks. Nevertheless, it remains a 1-2 count to Jeffries. Runners on first and second. Second and third, excuse me. 2 down. Buckler on the mound. He sets himself and deals. It's hit into center field, drops down. 1 run is in to score. Peralta gets over to third. It's an RBI single from Braden Jeffries in a 4-1 game. Falmouth over Cotuit in the top of the 9th.
And good job by Jeffries right there. 2-strike count. He bears down. Lines it right back up the middle. Not all the hardest contact, but just enough for the Commodores to expand upon their lead.
So there is that 4th run. So the Commodores still extend that streak of not winning a game still with less than 4. First pitch strike to Carter White. 2 down with runners on the corners. It's still a big spot. You could get to 5 here. Buckler deals in the dirt, and it's a stolen base from Braden Jeffries. A smart time to go as the ball went in the dirt.
And especially at this point, Jesse DiMaggio is just going to let Braden Jeffries take second base. We've seen Fabio Peralta's speed off of third earlier coming in to score. So that only helps Carter White and the Commodores here. A single with the way the outfield's playing deep behind 3 runs almost ensures the Commodores will score 2.
1-1 count to Carter White. Here comes the pitch. It's grounded at the third baseman, Moran. Throws it over to first in time. That's the third out of the top of the 9th. But the Doors grab 1 run. They extend their lead. It's 4-1. We head to the bottom of the 9th on Cape League TV.
Are you looking for that perfect pregame meal? Supreme Pizza has you covered. Its extensive menu has everything from pies and calzones to salads and subs. And with its online ordering system, delicious food is just 1 click away.
It's an honor to support the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Supreme Pizza is open every day of the week. Order online or stop by their store located at 147 T-Ticket Highway and try a slice today.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, President of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
It is the bottom of the 9th, and it is closing time for Kaysen Murphy, the left-handed pitcher. He's back on the mound, and you feel good about it because he was phenomenal his first couple of innings with the Doors. Has to close it down right here.
So far for Kaysen Murphy today, he's got an inning and 2/3. 1 hit, no runs, no earned, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. He's an ERA at 3.6.
For the Kettleers this inning, in a 4-1 game, Falmouth over Cotuit, bottom of the 9th, Jesse DiMaggio leads off, Isaac Sturgis on deck, and Will Plattner in the hole. The light dimming at Lowell Park in the bottom of the 9th. First pitch, way out in front, and it's 0-1 to DiMaggio. DiMaggio 0 for 3 today. A strikeout back in the second, a ground out, and a flyout. The 0-1, a cut and a miss, and it's 0-2 to DiMaggio. The Doors pitching staff has 9 strikeouts today. Murphy looking for a 10th. The 0-2 is fouled and going out of play just over our heads and into the grass behind us. 0-2 still.
That was the first pitch of the at-bat thrown actually in the strike zone.
The 0-2 outside, and it's 1-2.
Murphy's ability to expand the plate and get a lot of swing and miss.
Murphy is working very quickly in this game. He's on the mound, ready to go. Here's the 1-2. Off speed. That one hooked down a lot, but inside it's 2-2. The Falmouth pitching looking much better today than the last 2 days. The 2-2 off speed, just missed, and it's 3-2. A full count here to Jesse DiMaggio.
After being ahead 0-2 and getting a foul ball, you don't want to lose a catcher who's 0 for 3. So for Murphy, bear down, best pitch here.
Here it is, and it's a cut and a miss. Murphy gets the first batter of the bottom of the 9th. There's one down. 4-1, Falmouth over Cotuit.
His ability to expand the zone and get swing and a miss, like I said, has been impressive, and especially in a 2-strike count like that for a catcher like DiMaggio, who knows all too well about protecting the plate. It's the exact kind of pitch Murphy should be throwing there. A high fastball, hittable, but out of the strike zone. Well done.
Falmouth pitching allowed 8 runs on Wednesday. It's cut foul by Sturgis down the left field line, 0-1. 8 runs on Wednesday, and then 5 runs yesterday against Harwich. But the pitching had been much better than that over the last week before that, the 0-1 is line, and it stays just foul, actually. You know, for a second, I thought the first base umpire, Will Bowers, called that one fair, but it's just foul, the first base bag.
Oh, baby.
Rob
Yeah.
Cooper is out of his dugout. He's not happy.
The Cotuit dugout said, no way. You had 5 guys jumping up in arms, as Rob Cooper's going to demand an explanation from Will Bowers.
And to be fair, they have the best viewpoint of pretty much anyone in the ballpark. I mean, Will Bowers is, of course, right there as well. And he does not look pleased as he talks to the umpires. It's a huge game for Falmouth, though. Have not won since Saturday against Bourne. They did tie on Sunday against Brewster.
So what happens here, Tim, if you rule it a fair ball? Ground rule double is my assumption, since
I don't know. I don't know how you
Sturgis
could
got out of the
change
box.
it
I don't think I've ever seen
this-
that before.
I mean, if they changed it at this point, I would be pretty stunned.
They're still calling it foul. Okay, yeah, they're still
I don't
calling
think
it.
you can do that. I mean, how would you be able to tell where the runner gets to? So Cooper goes back to his dugout. And it's 0-2 to Isaac Sturgis. Kason Murphy has 2 strikeouts today, 1 this inning. 1 out, the 0-2. Murphy deals. It's chopped, and it is fair this time down the third base line. Sturgis on with a single. It gets past Jeffries, an opposite field hitting single.
Well, the Cotuit dugout can be happy now. What did Rasheed Wallace once say? Guess the ball didn't lie.
If you're a Cotuit fan, certainly that is true right now. Sturgis on first. Will Plattner steps up to the plate. His first game back with Cotuit. The tying run on deck in Ryan Taransky. Umpires say play, and Murphy sets himself on the mound. The pitch is hit right at the middle. It's back to first, and it's a double play. Ty Kotis over to first base to get the double play. The Doors win for the first time since Saturday, the last game before the All-Star break, and Falmouth gets it done. 4-1 over Cotuit, and done in incredible fashion. A double play. The defense does damage for the Doors.
How about that? 3 different double plays in tonight's ball game, Tim, for the Commodores, each coming at different positions in the infield. One turned by Drew Turpins at shortstop, one by Braden Jeffries at third, and now Ty Konis on a line drive. A.J. Putty also with a sparkling defensive play to begin the bottom of the first. The Commodores defense showing out today, well deserving of that 3-run victory.
And so important with a team skidding and going into the All-Star break to get a win today means a lot. And yesterday, with the team talking about everything, win the day from Coach Dom, and he really chooses his moments to bring something like that up. He told us before the season he didn't bring it up with his college team until a very tough moment in the season. That was yesterday for Falmouth, and they lost. And to bounce back today with the win, that shows the character of this team. It's a very important one against Cotuit.
And the way the Commodores got it done today, left still a little bit more than you'd like on base, but 2-out rallies. Great pitching from Christian Aiello. Kason Murphy doing his thing as usual. Defense firing on every cylinder. There was not one facet of the Commodores game today in which you can look back and say, they could have done really a lot better. That was about as pure of a victory as one could have going into the All-Star break, and it's exciting. You get 2 days off. Not for 6 Commodores, and they'll have their fun out at White House Field tomorrow, especially Ben Slinker. Maybe he'll get that home run stroke back and going for the second half, or the abbreviated, the 30% remaining of the Commodores season that they have. But imperative to get this victory now. 3-1 against Cotuit, and the Commodores only team that they have a winning record against in the West Division. You're looking at it right here, the Cotuit Kettleers.
And a 3-1 record for that. And how about Christian Aiello today, making his debut for the Falmouth Commodores? and he was just a stud. He looked like a natural out there. 5 1/3 innings, 4 hits, and 7 strikeouts. That is tied for a season high of the pitchers. It was truly awesome to see.
Well, you mentioned he had strikeout stuff, but it was not only that, getting soft contact, especially on first pitches, 2 fly balls in the bottom of the second, the line drive to A.J. Putty, the fly ball to begin the fourth. Other than the hit batsman and the 1 walk, his control was right where you wanted it to be, working and living at the bottom of the zone. You mentioned those strikeout numbers. Commodores could especially use that. That's only the 3rd starting pitcher now in what has been 11 wins for the Falmouth Commodores this season, in which has earned a victory next to his name. Kenyon Collins and Ryan Castillo, the other 2. Kenyon Collins coming against the Harbor Hawks back on July 9th. Ryan Castillo here at Lowell Park against the Kettleers on July 4th. And the Commodores take 2 out of 3 on the road in the season series from the Kettleers here at Lowell Park this season.
And to also win the game today with 4 runs, that has been very rare this season. The Commodores, when they score 4 runs or fewer, 2-13-1 entering today. But they get the job done because the pitching was so excellent. So if there's anything that today proved is you just need one. You need the batting or you need the hitting to be on, and this team will win games. And the last couple of days, it's been both that have been off. And that's the thing you need to avoid if you are the Doors coming up into a very tough stretch after the All-Star break.
Yeah, and the Commodores got a little bit of both today. Only 1 inning in which they really piled it on. It was the top of the 5th inning with 2 outs, but you look at 6 of the 9 innings today in which the Commodores recorded at least 1 hit, so it was very well distributed and up and down the lineup. Fabio Peralta with a single today. Braden Jeffries got on base. RBI single for Carter White. A.J. Putty an 0-for-4 game, but Ben Slanker getting on as well. You had 5 or 6 different Commodores check that with at least 1 hit today.
And the other thing is avoiding the big inning. We've seen that over the last couple of games. Yesterday against Harwich, you give up 3 runs in an inning. The day before that against Bourne, you give up 5 runs in an inning. The day before that, you give up 3 runs in an inning against Hyannis. Today, that wasn't the case. There was only 1 inning where they gave up 1 run. But we send it to our sideline reporter, Andrew Hillsman, after the game.
Thanks, guys. Down here on the sidelines with Christian Aiel, your first start. Hard to go much better than that. What was working out there for you today?
I mean, we're just going through the scouting report, and I mean, the fastball was working, mixing it up, pitching backwards. I knew there were good hitters out there, so I just wanted to give the team a chance to win, and that's what we did today.
Your stuff has clearly translated here from the Appy League to the Cape. A lot of strikeouts, not a ton of walks. Is that something you focus on limiting in your training? What lends in your pitching to striking out so many guys?
I mean, my fastball just plays really well. I mean, obviously the velo's not there, but it works. And I just want to build. I've been having a really good summer and keeping the main thing. With the walks, I mean, yes, I do focus on not walking guys. I just want to throw the ball down the middle because it's hard to hit, and it just found a way.
Your first game with these guys, this group has been described as one that gels quickly. How much have you noticed that through your first day here?
I mean, the guys are awesome. I've been here probably since Wednesday, so before even getting on the mound, just getting to know them, gelling like you said. They make me feel like I've been here all summer, and just building on my confidence, and they definitely give me some confidence by bringing me in and making me feel welcome.
What did Coach Evans say to you guys in the post-game huddle?
He said, great win, and we did exactly what we wanted to go on the All-Star break with a win. We've been struggling a little bit here, so we just wanted to get back in the win column and be ready to go on Monday.
Thanks for your time, Christian.
Thank you.
Guys?
Andrew, and take a bow, Christian Aiello. What a performance on the mound for the Doors. And that is final from Lowell Park. The Commodores take it over Cotuit 4-1, your final line of the day. The Commodores 4 runs on 9 hits, no errors. Cotuit 1 run, 7 hits, and 1 error. Well, that will wrap it up. No games on the weekend. It's a weird feeling for us, Farrell. We've been at it for a while, but it is officially the All-Star break. Falmouth's next game will be on Monday against Brewster at Gov Fuller Field. A couple of Commodores will be in the All-Star game, so if you want to watch them, you can see them tomorrow.